One and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 43 of the Level Unlocked podcast.
43?
Episode
Yeah,
43.
we're already at 43.
Oh,
Yes.
damn it, I gotta fix some stuff.
That's a lot of
Episode
episodes.
43.
Oh, fuck, yeah, I
For
didn't
some reason,
change
I
my
have it
shit.
written as 46. I
We're
don't know why.
10 weeks away from
In the future.
1 year. One
Yeah,
year,
we're
baby.
1 year.
We are
We're like right
making
there.
strides.
Yeah, and like 1
We're
week away from
tickling
Black
that bubble.
Friday.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah, you guys only have 2 weeks to Black Friday, so have fun with that.
it's gross.
But welcome
Gross.
everybody. Make sure you hang out tonight. We got a lot going on. Xbox had a conference. We're talking about some streaming services. Some shit went
Win.
down in the gaming world in terms of that. We got a huge launch of a gaming platform we're going to talk about, and a bunch of other news.
Not huge.
Not a huge.
Nowhere near like huge.
It's not, but
Big enough, though.
mediocre.
big enough. It's the start of a different revolution of gaming.
Sega Saturn at best.
Yeah, it's the start. So make sure you hang out and you listen in to see what we got to talk about and what we're going to say about it. So how's everyone doing today? How's everyone's week, which seemed to go by super fast?
Yeah,
it
it
did.
did go super fast. It was weird.
It was a week.
Yeah, it was.
It was a week.
7 days.
A lot of work.
Okay, so I don't actually have a whole lot, so I can go first.
Yeah, what's up?
Death Stranding still fantastic.
Still liking it?
I delivered a box of cum to save America. That was pretty
Metal
rad.
as fuck.
Man.
Like an actual box of
How
semen.
long did it take?
Not long, maybe about 11 minutes.
I seen an
Good
article
old cum bugs.
today about
That's
Death
gross.
Stranding. It gave like the casual gameplay, how long it'll take you versus the competitive. They say if you're playing it casual and want to do everything, it'll take 105
100
hours.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, no.
How
If
does
you
one
want to,
competitively play that Death Stranding?
Like
if you want
fast.
to complete it, 100%.
Oh,
if
like
you want to
speed
100%
run
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, if you want
It's
to
a long
speedrun it, I'm
game.
sure people have dropped it down to like probably, I don't know, 30 hours.
Yeah, 105 hours if you want to plus, which is insane. I don't think I've ever played a game that long, honestly.
I have. Well, I
Oh.
have.
Modern fucking Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Monster Hunter.
I'm like
Poke-
300 hours in.
Walker, have you even popped in Monster Hunter yet? Have you deleted
course.
space? I know you.
Have you made
fucking
room?
lie. Have you watched the raid yet?
I've seen the raid
Motherfucker,
1.
I
I
spent-
haven't raid 2.
What? We'll talk about that off stream
Okay.
because I want to talk to you about it.
Speedrun for Death Stranding is 8 hours and 30 minutes.
Holy shit! How?
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a
real
There is a
In-game
whole
time
part
on
where you just
PS4.
walk like
real
2
time.
fucking hours.
Real
time,
time,
8
8
hours,
hours and
22
22 minutes
Yep.
and 24 seconds.
That's wild.
Damn.
Did it 2 days
I want to
ago.
watch.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
gonna
gonna
watch
say, I
that
just-
run. I'm gonna watch that run.
If you go to speedrun.com, it has the link right for it.
Yeah,
Ah.
that's the only
Yeah.
one that's
Oh, I
there.
love speedrun.com. I'm gonna watch that tonight.
8
I'm gonna fall
hours.
asleep
Wow.
to that run, or I just might not sleep. Who knows?
Gonna wake up listening to
Well,
it.
no, I can't because of spoilers. Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it.
How's good
I
old
mean,
Fire
as
Emblem?
soon
Are
as
they
I
treating
get
you?
really
game-
playing the game? I mean, yeah.
He is.
I
James?
mean, no, I'm saying the speedrunner. If you're gonna watch it,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
gonna-
That's a-
not gonna
but
get the
I see
cutscenes or
I
anything like
see
that.
stuff that I'm not meant to
That's
see
true.
yet.
Especially if
Gotta
there is
run.
like a final thing you're supposed to do and shit, like to actually win it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to do that yet.
I don't want that.
You still got
Uh,
another like year before you can watch it.
No. I give it
No.
December.
No.
No.
By
No.
then it'll probably be down to
What do you
like 5
mean?
hours.
No.
Probably. It'll probably be down to like 38 seconds. Who knows?
Yeah,
Yeah.
some fucking huge ass
That
glitch.
Zelda speedrun is ridiculous. That Breath of the Wild speedrun is the dumbest thing ever. But yeah, Death Stranding's still fantastic. Boxes of cum for America.
Good Fire Emblem.
Mark knows how excited I am about Fire Emblem.
Yo,
Mark knows
yeah,
how excited I am.
Claude, you know.
Oh, fucking Claude asked me to dance. He asked me to dance, and I danced with Claude.
He's fangirling.
He was like, okay, guys, all right, there was this ball, all right? There's this ball at the end of the year, and everyone dances, and everyone tries
my
to get their
gosh.
dick wet, just like prom. And then, it's just a cutscene, and then you just see the main character, it's just from a first-person perspective of the main character, and he looks over, and there's Claude, giving us his classic
Fucking
eyes.
Claude.
as Claude walks on over, grabs the main character's hand, and just starts walking towards the dance floor. And I'm like, oh,
Bro,
Claude, and then it goes.
your
full
infatuation with this game is reaching a level that I don't know if is healthy.
I'm upset I can't S rank Claude.
Can't get the best grade.
I can't get the best ranking with Claude. I can't. It's the dumbest. It's like just let me S rank Claude already.
Oh, that's
Just let
amazing.
me S rank him.
The softcore porn for video games.
Yeah,
Doesn't show you
No,
anything,
man.
but it gets you
No, man,
excited.
I'm
And you know it's happening.
I'm a teacher, man. I'm his teacher. You know, it's strictly student-teacher relationship.
If I was an American man, that should be going to jail. You're
Well,
in Japan,
he's
so it
18.
works.
Ready to
No,
get
man,
S rank.
he's 18. It's okay.
Ah, okay, that works.
You just
There's
lose
only
your
one-
job, is all.
Yeah, he's 18. It's all good. So, and hey, man, he's giving me those eyes. He's giving me those eyes. So
Giving me the
Can't see.
fucking ass.
can't say no.
God damn you,
Can't
bro.
say
not-
no to the fuck me eyes.
Why you gotta take it to
You, Jeff, you've seen the streams. You've seen Claude give those
I
eyes.
have.
That
I
look?
don't wanna acknowledge it though, man. Like,
No, man, you gotta acknowledge it. It's a very important part of the game. At least it's not as weird as Time Babies from the other games, where you have time babies with people.
Tell me more.
Or you shoot your pheromones into a bunch of schoolgirls.
Yeah,
fuck?
Oh.
it's definitely yeah. No,
You
you,
playing some weird
no,
ass
you,
games,
you,
bro.
you shoot not your pheromones. You shoot pheromones at
We've derailed. very
Japanese
fast.
high school girls,
Okay.
so they won't. So they orgasm super hard, so they won't get up on you.
Huh?
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
you want them to leave you alone, so you're just basically shooing them away with
okay,
pheromones.
so Galgun Double Piece is a light gun game essentially. It's an on-rail shooter where you
Okay.
shoot high school girls with pheromones,
Mother of God.
Good old
and
light gun games.
and like they get so excited that they scream like yeah, and then they collapse.
I'm gonna wait
because-
until we're done with this part before I share this.
Dude, I watched him play this. It's absolutely hilarious.
I bet it is, man.
Oh,
It's
it's a great
so
game.
stupid. It's hilarious. That's amazing.
It's fantastic. I love that game. I need to play it some
Japanese be
more. I need to
coming
get
out
the other
soon.
endings. My first
Right.
endings. So there's a bunch of endings to it. The first ending I got fucking didn't even get showed up. Like this one chick, I told her sister was like, because the whole objective of that game is you have to find someone to be your true love by midnight, so you don't become lonely forever. Like dogs won't even be like, let's pal around. Nobody will want you.
That's the whole point of the game.
That's
Just
the
have a
whole
bunch of
point of the game
plants.
because you get so much just love juice. Wait, fuck, that sounded bad.
Yeah.
You get like 15. So Cupid.
That's not
Like
great.
15 love juices.
so
This is a real game, by the way.
so Lolly Cupid shoots
Mm.
you with like 15 love arrows by mistake. And
Whoops.
and you're so attractive that literally everything wants to fuck you.
Oh my gosh.
So that's
So it's a
but
real
you-
life simulator.
pretty much.
Yeah, for James.
Pretty much. So you basically have to find your true love by midnight, or nobody will ever want you or ever want to be around you with you. So yeah, I there's this one girl that I was like, yo, I tell her sister, let's hook up, let's meet at this one place so I can talk to you, and she just doesn't show up. And I'm like, I felt genuinely sad. I'm like, I did all this work. I played like 3 hours of this game for nothing.
I never have any idea
Walker,
what you're
what's
doing
going on over
whenever you're
there?
playing that. Oh,
I was just doing some little hard thrusting there for a second, getting the
Oh,
pelvic
okay.
region going.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
This game got me all ramped up. You don't even know.
All hot and bothered.
just feeling.
No, we're
My
shaking
buddy
a
here
salad.
You gotta shake that salad.
Buddy in
How
the
they're
chat
calling it
says-
these days.
Toss the salad.
So,
That was my
other
week.
than- yeah.
That was my week. I didn't XO19. I watched all that and I wanted to cry.
What did your friend say, Schroeder?
He just sounds like the first 18 years of his life.
I like it. That's funny.
What a salad.
How about you, James? Not you, James. Nate James. Wrong James.
Yeah.
God damn
All
it.
right. This is never gonna fucking stop. I just hope we all understand this.
Never.
It's ongoing. Anyhow. Didn't do a ton. Other than, I mean, I played Sunset Overdrive quite a bit, which is an old ass fucking game. If you want to like be like in like our age at least, it's technically old. It's like 6 years old, 7. When did the Xbox One come out? Whenever that came out.
2013.
Okay, yeah, so about 7 years old. If I'm doing math correctly.
Because I still have
No.
my copy of Madden 25.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah.
I just can't fucking count. Anyway, that's actually a lot of fun, and I don't think they got enough fucking credit because that game's pretty dope.
It's Insomniac, so it's a guaranteed banger.
But like, that's the thing that's so weird about it is, as far as I know, it did not get much fucking clout. Like, it was not like well reviewed.
It was mediocre at best from the reviews.
It's a good game. It's a lot of fun. Played some Call of Duty as per usual.
I don't think I played any. Did I play any Call of Duty this week?
I think you played with us once.
He played with us.
It was-
That was it.
I think
I had a pretty slow week overall. Listened to a lot of comic book shit. Ugh. Pardon me. Sorry. I thought I
The
did
Walker
something.
King.
I thought I did something else. I mean, I got new mats for my car. That's pretty neat. I got WeatherTech mats. Them big boy mats. Did this a couple hours ago.
Did what?
This.
What's
hair.
this? What about the? Yeah, what about the audio version
My-
of this
Oh,
audio
God.
podcast?
What are you talking
What,
about?
what are you doing? You're just looking. You look so scared.
everybody
Everyone
hating?
started to glitch and everyone's picture started to flash, and I didn't know what was going on.
It's the end.
All I hear is what's this, and then all I hear is Walker go, "Yeah, well, what's that?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then everyone started to blink, and I'm like, "All right, glitch.
All right. Okay.
Everyone's dying."
Nate, the people listening to this audio podcast at levelandlockpodcast.podbean.com or wherever
right,
you listen to
so,
podcasts,
Like
cannot
Spotify.
like Spotify,
Right? they
cannot
can't
see
it.
what you're doing.
What is this?
So-
Use coupon code levelandlocked for 15% off.
But as like
Your free
so
podcast.
for the audio listeners, I tend to have brown/blonde hair. Now I have entirely black hair because blonde is fucking annoying to keep up with.
What a story, Nate.
Yeah, I mean it's a real.
What about
fucking-
what about just like normal color?
What
You
the
know,
fuck is
normal?
normal hair? Like
Like,
I
what
don't even
about
think
just
I know your
letting
normal
your hair
anymore.
grow and just being thankful you got a nice hairline?
Oh
Unlike
yeah,
some of
it's
us on the show.
Yeah, facts.
it's real tight actually.
They're just jelly.
Some of us can't grow hair
Ah!
on the world.
They're
Does
both
that-
just mad jelly.
Well, being jelly aside, I mean, nonetheless, what about
I mean,
just
I'll give it up to Schroeder and
regular?
fucking Walker. At least they can grow a decent fucking beard. This shit just
get on
fucking
your
gets
way.
annoying and I end up cutting
time?
it. But I mean, the
Uh,
reason I don't go back to just
moving.
normal is like, I think brown hair is boring. Personally, like everyone to everyone who has brown hair, like
I don't even know this
you
guy.
do what you want to do. Like
Well, us people
you
with
let-
receding hairlines think black hair is boring. Okay, just throwing that out
that's just
there.
because you can't
You're
fucking
boring.
have hair, okay?
You son of a bitch.
Why don't you go to forhims.com? Not a sponsor right now.
Okay, let's just start talking about something
Yeah,
else. Fuck your hair. Let's
But
talk about the new. What else did you do? Other than
Um,
dye your hair.
like I said, played Sunset Overdrive, played some COD.
Nice.
What else did I play? I did play something. Oh, I started Darksided, which is a lot of fucking fun. Darksiders 3 is
Is
a
it?
real good game. Yeah,
The
I
people
like
that
it a
play it
lot.
seem to really enjoy it. I've never tried it.
So there's multiple modes you can play this game. Obviously, you have your basic difficulties, And then it has the gameplay mode that you want to do. If you want to do more of a casual, it's just like it's gonna be your basic
Dirty fucking casual.
it's gonna be your basic hack and slash. Or you can do it's I don't remember the exact word, but it's more of like a poised kind of thing where like you fight like you're in Dark Souls and you have to like roll and you have to like back and forth and you have to dodge. Which is that's what I'm playing on because I played Dark Souls. I played all the Soul/Born games, all very very good games. And if you play it in that mode, it definitely has a lot of aspects from it. And then after you pick that, it asks if you want to pick Nightmare mode. And I mind you, Nightmare mode I have yet to try, but just from the description itself, I don't fucking want to, because the second you click Nightmare mode, the second you die, your save is wiped and you are back at the very beginning of the game.
Balls.
So you have to be able to run this game without dying, or you lose everything.
So it's like Cuphead, but
Oh.
But
It's like
imagine
Cuphead.
if when you got to like say you got to like 3/4 of the way through the game and die, you have to start all the way back at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, it's like the difficulty of Cuphead with actual consequences. Because like when you die in Cuphead, like yeah, you got to start over. You don't have a checkpoint, but like you don't have to start at the beginning of the game. You got to start at the beginning of the chapter. This you go back to the very beginning of the game when you first hit back on Earth.
is
So,
it
like,
hard? Like, is it like Cuphead with the difficulty? So like, with the average person, all right. I wonder if I wonder if I would get really mad playing that game.
If you pick normal hack and slash, it's gonna be just like your basic like kind of like Devil May Cry or like say
War,
like your
the
Final
old God of
Fantasy.
Wars.
Your Final Fantasy 15 specifically. Oh
Hmm.
yeah, and like the old God of Wars. Not super difficult, but if you go on not easy but normal, which is what I'm running just because I wanted to like actually get some story and not have to worry too much. But then you also play on the like slightly difficult gameplay where you actually have to learn combos and how to dodge, and to be completely blunt, an actual game that you have to legitimately learn to play instead of just hit done. It can be difficult. Like there was a point there. I've only ran into one boss so far, and honestly, she wasn't too difficult. But like the only thing that was really annoying about her is her attacks are all AoE based. So like if you're not in the air, you're getting hit regardless of where you are on the map. Like it's just super annoying. And like you're basically chasing the 7 deadly sins. First one's Envy. I wiped her ass real fucking quick. She's dead. But yeah, other than that, I didn't do too much. Listened to a lot of comic book shit, learned a lot of information about that. And then yeah, that's pretty much my week. Next week should be more interesting if everything goes according to plan. I'll be streaming and whatnot, but we'll talk about that later in the podcast.
Chip. What about you, Mark?
Nothing too crazy. Just typical normal stuff. Been playing Modern Warfare. Back in the Sea of Thieves, which is pretty nice. I might try and stream that and see if I can make a shit ton of money there.
Yeah,
We
dude.
played Sea of Thieves. I forgot to talk about that.
Yeah, that's happening.
We saw the white megalodon.
Twice.
You're a goddamn liar.
It was like white or yellow or I don't know. It was like really.
Me and Mark both thought it was the white megalodon.
Yeah,
at
I
first.
definitely thought it was a white one for a bit.
Because there's 5. If y'all ever actually see that when I'm not on, because I've chose to not play that game for the time being, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
beyond fucking mad.
So whose fault is that one there, bud?
Yeah,
All
bro.
I'll say
Yeah.
is with the way RNGesus works in that game, it's supposedly like next to impossible to see the white megalodon and especially kill it, because if it does get away, it's more than likely you're never gonna see it again. Because
What?
I guess the way the game works with that specific thing is it's like a 5% chance that you'll see it in like a gameplay. Like you have a 5% chance every time you get into the game. I don't know why. This is the only lore I've actually delved into because I fuck with sharks like real hard. And if you actually end up seeing that shark, it's the shrouded ghost, I believe. It's like the most rare thing in that entire game. Supposed to be really cool. And like I know one person who legitimately saw it because they had a screenshot of them like with their name and everything. So it was like actually legit. But sorry about that. Continue. I went on a tangent.
That's pretty dope. Yeah, nothing too crazy going on here. Probably end up streaming sometime later this week, but we'll get there.
Ooh.
Actually streaming this podcast, which is kind of cool. Just wanted
Ooh.
to
Oh,
see
you
if I
are?
could still do it.
Hey, quick
Yeah,
call
so-
out then. What's your tag? Since you're the only one that people wouldn't know. Where can they find you?
Find me on Twitch at MarkDude701.
Hell yeah.
Doing it live.
Yeah, man.
Doing it live.
Doing it live.
So
Doing it
one of you
live.
folks are more than welcome to tell us about your day or week or whatever.
Oh, the only other thing that I didn't get to do this week, just due to certain circumstances, I never ended up playing Overwatch with any of my friends who I was supposed to play with. Monday,
I don't even
and
know
then
if it happened.
it didn't.
Yeah, we
all
didn't.
kind of just died off.
Yeah, there were a
Well,
lot of
missing
us.
the
were
glue.
And I played Sea of Thieves all night.
We're missing the
I had
glue
some
that held
stuff
it
going
together.
on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's okay. You're good, homie. That's why I said like just due to certain circumstances, like it happens.
And
I will say that's become a highlight of my week, though. I definitely look forward to all that.
Yeah, usually.
What about you, Schroeds? How's your week gone? I know you streamed a couple of times to start the week off.
Yeah, I did a show on Tuesday, which was basically just making cover art and stuff. And then that was pretty good, but for some reason I use Pretzel for my audio. And while not a big deal on Twitch and Facebook because it's also or on YouTube because it's supposed to be like open and free to use music. For some reason Facebook hates it and they muted like the vast majority of my videos of the video. So I think I don't even know if I kept that up. I might delete it. And then to make matters even better, like one of when we played over Sea of Thieves the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah, bros, we need it. Like if anybody like if we're streaming, we should make it a point to check each other's stream real quick because I had no idea the desktop was muted the whole time.
Oh,
The whole show. So that was like an amazing
remember you
session. That
telling
was
me
a
that.
complete fail. And that's just like, ugh. I deleted it from Facebook. I got to delete it from YouTube still because it's just you can't hear you guys, you know. And it was such a fun session we had, and it just didn't end up working.
We
So
made a lot of money by not doing much of anything, which was
yeah,
cool.
yeah, it was just a fun session. You know, we all hung out and had a good time. But regretfully, I can't hear any of you. I can't hear the game. You know what I mean? So it's just like blah. But what else did I do? I played I think Cuphead again. Let me see actually. Yeah, Cuphead again. That was 6 days ago. Shout out Tuesday. Didn't get into the Overwatch thing this week. Had a lot going on in my personal world, but I figured out some stuff. So now that I know what the deal is, I can actually work on it.
It's always
And
a plus.
then yeah, I was going through some weird energy things, but oh, a noise happened on my show. Not sure what that one meant. It should pop up here in a second. I'll know in a moment.
well, I would hope there's some noise going on in your show. I mean, this is a podcast after
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, absolutely.
What
Oh,
did you-
Aimright hosted me. Thank you, brother. I appreciate for the host.
It's like
I
last
appreciate
week.
the host, my brother. Yeah, that's other than that, I've been trying. Actually, I've been watching a ton of Aimright content. I'm loving what
Yeah,
he's
me
doing
too.
right now. He's messing with Ableton, and actually, yesterday he was working on a beat, and I started writing a rhyme out for it. And then I basically spent like a couple hours writing an Overwatch rap,
That's awesome.
and I'm mildly proud of it. It's not done, but I'm kind of proud of it.
So,
Uh,
so when it's done, will we get a live performance of it here on the Level Unlock podcast?
It's possible
for the
It's-
viewers.
Worldwide exclusive.
right? Well, we gotta
worldwide
wait for
viewers.
Aimright to finish the beat too. So,
Okay.
you know, there's a few
Aimright-
contingencies there.
Get on it.
We'll get the
Yeah,
Xbox
so-
thing that goes world premiere.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, be sure if you guys are checking the show out, Aimright, Twitch. Hold up, I think it's just Aimright. Let me see.
Speaking of Overwatch, really quick, while you're looking that up,
Yeah.
did you guys see that thing I posted?
AIMRITE. Be sure to check his channel out on Twitch. One of my favorite people.
Is it Aimright on all platforms of social media? Do you know?
Not entirely sure.
Okay, just
I
curious.
hope so. If not, actually, yeah, that's another thing too, guys. Like, not saying, but just saying, I've been putting a lot more attention to my Twitter. So if you guys want to like, I don't know, do stuff with it so
Shoot
that I
you a
can see
follow.
that. Yeah. Shoot me a follow and stuff
Shoot you a
this way.
follow.
Yeah, because I watched a video because I don't really use it much. So I watched a video last week that said how to use Twitter like properly for what we're specifically trying to do, and I think the most useful piece of information I got was if you want to know how to use Twitter, because I just don't play with it, right? It said just use Twitter.
No, honestly, like that's exactly how you.
Well, because I know you posted that one like, give me your best anime like horror games or whatever that was you posted on Twitter.
Yeah, horror games. The topic that I was paying attention to, which I need to, was your favorite like artistically I don't know, like artistic horror game. Like for instance, Among the Sleep, Little Monsters or Little Nightmares. Little Nightmares is what it was. Just like that new Guilt game looks like it's going to be super cool. Limbo, like these games that have like
Like they're,
focused artistic direction while at the same time being a horror game. Geech, I can't see your face, bro. All I see is like your forehead and your
He's shoveling
glasses.
salad in
because
his mouth.
I'm eating. I'm trying to hide it. That's why. I don't want to be rude to everyone who's hanging out.
Fucking just.
Nom away.
Yeah.
It says my video is broken. What was the question? Your video is broken. Why? Hey, Mary, why is my video broken right now? What do you mean?
Oh no.
Try turning it off and turning it back on again.
Oi.
Turning
Hey.
it off then on again.
What's up, Dale? Dale's chilling on the Facebook.
What's up, Dale?
Ooh, Dale.
I
Dale
still can't
came-
figure out how to fucking stream to Facebook. To be honest with you.
I don't remember. I think you just log in. I don't think there's a code. Is there?
It's
Is there a
just-
code?
Use it.
Just use Facebook.
I don't remember.
I
Yeah,
tried.
Just use it.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
do it.
Do it.
Is there a Facebook code? Schroeder, do you remember?
For what?
Like a stream key.
Yeah.
Nate was asking how do you stream the Facebook?
Oh, it's the same way you do it with everything else. Just
Yeah.
watch a couple YouTube videos. You'll figure it out in like half an hour. I promise you.
Facts.
It's easy.
Wow.
It's easy. Dude, use Restream. I don't know. Is anybody else using that?
I use
Don't you
Mob
have to
Crush,
pay
but that
for
thing
it
doesn't
on
fucking
Mob
stream
Crush.
well.
For
Huh?
Facebook? Don't
Huh?
you have to pay for Facebook on Restream?
Not anymore. You used to have to.
Oh,
It's free now.
It's
thanks.
not a bad idea.
Yeah. Why the hell is my camera not focusing? Knock it off.
Did you
camera.
guys see that thing I posted about Overwatch? The guy who made Junkrat's wheel.
Uh,
With
I
the
didn't
motor?
actually look. I didn't dig into it, but I did notice the article there.
Yeah, no, he legit made a motorized wheel,
Wheel.
replicating. Wait, what?
Huh?
You said wait, James.
Motorized wheel. I didn't say
Cool.
wait.
Oh, I thought you said
Wheel.
wait.
Other than that, by the
Wheel.
way, I didn't really do a whole ton else. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I had some stuff going on that I need to step back for a second, but I think I'm getting control of it. So other than that, I'm hoping to stream a whole bunch more next week.
good shit. Good shit.
Yeah.
Good shit. Good shit.
Man, I'm trying to be
Um,
a warrior in this piece. Trying.
Yeah. For myself, didn't really do much of anything. Played some Sea of Thieves. That was pretty cool.
Thieves
and,
of Seas.
Me and
Oh,
go ahead.
Real quick, James, Nate, he says, Dale says you need a nanofiber carbon infused strengthened belt buckle fanny pack in order to stream on Facebook. That's your missing piece.
Oh, I'll go get that right now. I'll be right back.
Hey, fanny packs are back in style now.
I
Yo,
told
I
you they
fucking
would.
wear
Got
one. Like,
told you
legit.
they would be.
I wear
Tell
one
you.
unironically.
Any company that makes a decent fanny pack looking to buy in stock.
Okay, boomers.
Because they're coming back. I swear
Schroeder
on
had
it.
the sales pitch of fanny packs like 7 years ago, and boom, look at
Yeah.
it.
We'll find it. I told you. We'll post
Google,
it. or
stop.
something.
But yeah,
Stop.
I say okay, so I say okay, boomer, and my Google Home goes off because how I say Google is weird. I go okay, Google. It's just a
Google, knock it off.
a
Stop fucking-
guttural
There's no
sound.
space.
Stop.
I like it. Me and Mark discovered that it's almost impossible to go after
Triggered my
the
Google over here on my phone.
that ship in the sky. Me and Mark soloed that, and
Oh,
it
you
was-
did?
Yeah, we did. we sunk. It's basically ghost ships that just spawn 2 at a time, round after round.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we're on a saloon, and we're facing galleons 2 at a time.
Yeah, I think we got to the
Gee whiz.
third round.
Yeah.
But each time we just kept sinking. Like I got there and we got to like the second or third round, and then we sunk again. But we kept running out of resources, so
Yep.
it's just
So what happens when you beat all of them?
You
Like,
just get
lose
Right.
badass
something?
a
treasure.
shit ton of loot.
Oh,
Yeah.
you get a bunch of loot.
Yeah, we defeated the
that's a
first
win.
2 rounds, but our ship kept sinking. So by the time like we made it back, like I was floating in the water at one point. Mark got spawned with the ship across the way. So we had to come back. Half of our loot was gone because it sank to the bottom of the ocean. So we get back into it, but we didn't loot anything prior. So we went after 2 galleons with the default stock of wood and
Oh,
cannonballs.
oh.
It didn't work out in our
Just like
favor.
Yeah, I wouldn't
That
imagine.
sounds like a bad.
Did you guys
time.
see they're adding stuff to it this month with the
Oh,
new
yeah.
update?
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
gonna
we'll
be-
talk
It'll be
about
fun.
that.
Yeah, we have some news about that. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I want to get a group of us together, and we need 4 people because we also attempted to do the Fort of the Damned, which is physically impossible. That is more impossible than the ship
Yeah,
in the
we
sky.
tried doing that too.
Oh, it's 2 people.
Because
Jesse says it's suicidal. It's
That
suicide
was
run.
even more impossible. I'd say.
so what you have to do is, so you know how you have to collect all the different lanterns. So we lucked out. Somebody took all the lanterns, took the ritual skull, and had everything set up.
It was all fucking set up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they must have died and got killed and respawned somewhere else. So there was no one there.
Ooh.
So we get there and everything's already set up, but there's zombies just fucking annihilating us.
Everywhere.
But they're different colors. And we're like, there was red ones, there was blue ones, the same colors
they're all
as the
ghosts.
lights.
Don't you need? Yeah, you need to
You
use
need
the
the
light
light.
to bring them back to normal, and then the other. So you need to run as a 2-man crew, one with the
Yeah.
light and the other one with the weapon.
there was just probably like I don't know,
But they-
probably like 8 to 14.
Right,
different
but they're
ones running
all-
at you at once.
Exactly, they're all different colors. So
Yeah.
you need to run back to the boat, switch out your lantern,
Yeah.
come back, kill those ones, run back to the boat again.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly what it
it's-
was.
That's what I thought. I watching the videos on it and stuff. That's what I assumed. I'm like, how the hell are you supposed to kill the yellow ones when you have the fucking blue lantern?
Yep.
Well,
I
you
think
gotta run
there's
back to boat and
12
get the right
waves of
lantern.
that.
Yeah, there's 12 waves of it. And then you have the
Oh my
And then
boss.
God.
you get to a boss.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go grab the red lantern. I go grab the red lantern. I change the color. I get shot once, die. Mark's he's in a tower. He's like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, yeah, I don't
I
know
just
either.
run around the island forever until he comes back.
Yep. It's like fucking A. And then yeah, and then our ship. And then we're like, let's just go. This is not working in our favor
Another
at all.
crew showed up, I think.
What'd you say?
Wasn't that what? Didn't another crew show up?
Yeah, another team showed up. They originally didn't start shooting at us, but then they went around. We barreled their ship, but somehow they survived. But whatever. Then they ended up killing us, which sucked ass. But yeah, so that was. I watched. So like the perfect trick for that. I watched the dude on YouTube feat the Fort of the Damned. So when the skull's
Solo?
in the sky and the eyes are red, that means someone's there and activated the Fort of the Damned.
Oh man.
So what the guy did, he went to the Fort of the Damned, and I guess there's different tones that when the music stops, it means you beat it. So the guy took his ship,
Waited until that. So
yeah, waited until the music stopped. He hid outside of the Fort of the Damned, waited till the music stopped, walked behind the people. They walked into where the fort is, and there's a bunch of those huge-ass gunpowder barrels. He shoots the gunpowder barrel, kills everyone on the team, steals all the loot, and leaves.
What an asshole. What a fucking genius.
Yeah.
to see if
What a
thieves,
player.
So yeah, he takes all. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna lose all these the kegs, whatever the big ass gunpowder barrels that are worth like a ton of money. But
The
he was
nuke
like
kegs,
the loot kegs. Yeah, they were the huge ones. The loot kegs.
nuke.
Yeah. But yeah, he blows them all up, kills them, and they respawn. Hurry Ups takes all their treasure and leaves. It's like, Jesus Christ, that is so smart.
Hey man.
God
that's how
damn.
You gotta be a pirate.
Yeah.
Right?
But I would be so mad though if I literally put all this work into defeating 12 rounds of impossible skeletons to get just blown up and killed and all my shit stolen. It's like that dude who had the $180,000 worth of loot stolen off his boat.
Well, you deserve it. You shouldn't have been riding around with that much fucking treasure without a why would you do that? Go drop that shit off. You're just asking
sell
for
that
trouble.
stuff.
I know, from fucking 10,000 miles away. I bet his boat looked like a damn diamond just floating around out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, why would you do that? That makes no sense. But yeah, it's pretty much
shenanigans.
the only thing that
It's
my
shenanigans, Walker.
week consisted of. Nothing too fun. So, obviously played Call of Duty, but that was about it. I need to.
You guys still liking that? I've been watching you guys play some of it. It looks like it's a good time.
It is. The custom games are fun. The ones where it's almost like your Overwatch stuff, but like we pick like sniper rifles, and we only can use sniper rifles in a map that is as big as backyard. Like it's not meant for sniper rifles. Shotguns with one-hit kills, or like we did one with deagles.
Sniper rifles, headshot only.
Yeah, headshot only sniper rifles. That was fucking hard.
That was a bitch.
That was hard as shit.
It didn't seem that hard to me.
Yeah, because you didn't have a sniper rifle. You had an AK-47 with a sniper scope on it.
No. He had an LMG. Yes, we did
LMG,
talk
yeah.
about this.
Yeah,
We're
we
gonna
did.
let it go.
Yeah, we did.
'Cause he'll
But it was
fight.
things like that. But yeah, those are really fun. And obviously getting a bigger group together would like
help
Dale-
substantially.
Dale just messaged me saying my beard is fugly as hell, yo. Thanks, man. Thanks, Dale.
Dale talking shit on a beard? Question mark.
Yeah.
Oof. That's
But
not
it's
nice.
fun though. If you end up getting it like on Black Friday or something, Schroeder, let us know because we obviously you can
You got to.
you can have a 6-person team to do multiplayer, but you can have up to 20 to do the local.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can't have more than 6 people
Private,
play on a team.
Or, yeah, private game.
Private games, yeah,
We just need to have a giant LAN party.
pretty much like the old
Across
days.
well, I mean, just have a LAN party across the country.
Yeah, heck
Yeah.
that's pretty much what
So
it is.
online.
We're just connecting strand. Oh my God, we're connecting strands across the country. It's just like Death Stranding.
Wow.
Standing for James.
Gosh.
Um,
He's at work. He's like, this reminds me of that game that I'm playing.
yeah, all right. So that's all I got. Anybody else want to add anything before we segue over to some news?
When you take a shit in Death Stranding, there's a big old ad for Norman Reedus' ride on AMC.
Interesting.
it.
Nice.
Norman Fetus and the Funky Reedus.
Yep.
Best game ever.
Okay, now before we start digging into the news, why don't we do what we did last week, and we'll give a little sample of our a rundown of what we're gonna cover tonight.
So we got obviously we have 2 different types of streaming services. We got in-demand streaming services, and then we have gaming streaming service, aka the Google Stadia, and Mixer. We got some cell phone news,
Right.
which is actually kind of cool. One cool, one not so cool. And then we got a bunch of video game news outside of
Tons of it, bros. Tons of news in the gaming world.
outside of the Xbox conference. Got a couple games that are reportedly in the works to be released. One game that was complete garbage that they are doing a complete overhaul on, hopefully bringing it back to life. Doing a Destiny 2. It's an EA game.
Think they can pull it off?
Destiny 2 or Anthem? You mean?
Yeah, we'll talk
Not
about
Destiny 2.
it. No, they're pulling a Destiny 2
Oh, okay.
on a game that we'll name here in a minute, as
I'm
well
assuming
as
Anthem.
a huge Call of Duty update. We got some gaming awards that happened over the weekend. We got a couple quick lists, and then we have Microsoft's inaugural Xbox conference that happened in London over this past couple days. So let's start off with some streaming services. So don't know who has it and who doesn't. Disney Plus launched last week. 10 million subscribers in the first day. Coming.
But they couldn't handle it.
Yeah, and they couldn't. For
Really?
those who'd had it, their servers crashed
Yeah.
for hours on the launch
Holy
day.
potato chips.
Biggest piece is they said that they were not prepared for 10 million people to sign up.
They weren't ready.
It's hard to say. Like, you have to think. Like, come on, you expected. You have Verizon, you get it for free. So,
Yep.
those
I just
numbers.
watched Nightmare Before Christmas on it tonight.
There you go. Those numbers I want to see.
I was getting ready for the show.
I want to see how many people are not paying for Disney Plus right now. How many people are getting it for free for a year? I want to know that ratio. On the coattails of that, Disney's stock, because of it, jumped 8%. Netflix stock
52-week high.
Yeah. Netflix stock dropped 8%. As well as Netflix and Nickelodeon are now teaming up.
Yeah. I had a buddy that was talking about that. That's gonna be something.
Squidward's getting his own show.
He is.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they were doing a SpongeBob SquarePants spin-off.
This is the Squid Show.
That is a spin-off
Pretty much all over
that
again.
stars only Squidward that will be streamed on Netflix.
I'll watch it.
Did anybody catch
Yeah,
the
so-
Rocko's Modern Life?
I haven't yet.
No, I
it was,
haven't.
I did. It was good.
It's Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah, it's Rocko's
One of my
Modern Life. How
favorite
can you go
shows of
wrong
all
with
time,
Rocko's
so-
Modern Life?
Great
You know,
show.
it's a great show. It's a great show.
As well as they will
the remake
revive
was good.
Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They will also revive that show. Netflix will, which is kind of cool.
For sure.
It's a multi-year deal with after 2 years, Nickelodeon can opt out if they want to. So
Okay.
we
Well-
shall see.
So there's probably going to be some really cool content coming out. Could you imagine if they brought back like Are You Afraid of the Dark and all that and like
Well, they brought it back.
They did?
Yeah, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
How
Came
do-
back.
How do I not know about that?
It was either Are You Afraid of the Dark or Tales of the Crypt is coming back or came back.
I know what you're
No,
talking
it was
about.
Are
I don't
You
know
Afraid
which
of the
one it
Dark?
was though.
I think it was Are You Afraid of the Dark.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I like those shows.
Viewers beware, you're in for a scare.
Good old Goosebumps.
Yeah. Disney says that they will have, on estimate, 60 to 90 million subscribers by 2024, which puts it at the number 2 spot behind Netflix.
How can you estimate that sort of thing?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
You
know.
really can.
We'll see how many people who are doing the free version stay on. As of right now, these are all updated within the last couple weeks. Netflix has the most. They have 158 million subscribers, 60 million US subscribers. Hulu is number 2 with 28.5 million US subscribers. HBO, if you include all the services together, 34 million subscribers HBO has. 8 million is HBO Now, which we talked about will become HBO Max next year. CBS All Access, it's like that's how you watch like The Big Bang Theory and stuff. That's got 8 million.
Bazunga.
ESPN Plus, 3.5 million. DAZN, that's where you watched the Logan Paul KSI fight or any Bellator or boxing fight. 4 million subscribers. The numbers haven't been updated to see how much that jumped because of the Logan Paul and KSI fight. Crunchyroll has 2 million global subscribers. Amazon doesn't disclose their Amazon Prime numbers, so we have no idea.
So fuck that.
Yeah. The
I'll be right back.
Consumer Intelligence Resource page estimates that it has about 100 million subscribers based off of, because it's included in the free one-day shipping. And there's 100 million people that have Amazon Prime for the shipping. So you put correlation, technically they have Prime Video.
Yeah.
So But
I never use it.
I don't either. I use it for the free shipping.
yeah,
I use
Um,
it for the free free.
I guess
Twitch
I did
Prime.
watch it for documental.
Oh,
Now I
and
think about it.
another service that relaunched was Apple TV Plus, but they have not released any information on their numbers. So we do not know where they stand when it comes to number-wise compared to Disney. Obviously, it's not going to be anywhere as big as Disney. If it's any consolation, Dickinson, one of the Apple TV Plus shows, was already streamed 25 million times. So,
That's a few times.
Does it say anything about how often C was streamed? Because I feel like that would have been a lot because that was a big show.
let me go down. Titan Stranger Things. No. It does not have C on there. It just has Dickinson.
Because from what I saw with C is wow, it's a good.
Dale
show.
says he used it for some hunting shows that are on there.
Which one?
He says Skinamax After Dark. Woo!
But
just gotta squint real hard.
Yeah.
You see a nipple. That was my Skinamax After Dark when I was younger.
I like it. And that's all I got. That. Now segueing into some video streaming services. I'll let before we hash out Google Stadia, if someone wants to talk about that. Mixer is now, obviously, throughout the last couple weeks, months, they are trying to compete with obviously Twitch. They have brought another streamer. FaZe Ewok is her name.
Well, hold on. Wait. That's a part of XO19. They talked about it for like half a second.
Oh, did they? You want to talk about it then?
That's no.
Okay.
That's
quick
it.
quick sidebar of information. At least this is just my end. Everyone else is fine, but Jeff's video is glitched out hard as shit.
I think that's just you. He's fine on mine.
Yeah,
Yeah, seems
everything's
fine
fine
to
on
me.
us.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, that's just yours. All I
don't know
see
how
is
to
the cloud of
fix that.
smoke that surrounds him. Because he
My,
glows.
my internet's been kind of poopy all week. It's been like cutting out during shows and stuff.
Yeah, no,
What
you're
the
good.
hell?
It looks like a mixture of pixels.
Mm.
Fuck.
You're seeing my inner earther human disguise module
Yeah.
is not working on your
The
screen.
crab people is coming out.
Yeah, my holographic generator is malfunctioning. Hold on. That better?
I like it.
No.
No?
Well, he'll keep working on it throughout. the
Yeah, I'll keep working on it.
That's all you, Nate. FaZe Ewok. She's a 13-year-old
FaZe Clan member.
FaZe Clan streamer, and she is deaf. She plays Fortnite mostly. She is a pro Fortnite player who's actually made it to that Fortnite World Cup. And she has about 270,000 followers on Twitch. She is the first girl in the group to be announced besides Ninja, Shroud, and there was another dude. I have no idea who it was. But yeah, so they are making
Jimmy
waves.
Buttfuck.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jimmy
The,
Buttfuck.
the return of Jimmy Buttfuck.
They're making waves and they're trying to compete. So if they can,
they're spending more money on their talent than their actual system.
yes.
Right.
Because it is rumored that Shroud and Ninja both got $50 million to move over to Mixer.
They could have
One-
spent
yeah.
that $100 million to make Mixer better.
50 million?
Yeah, just to switch.
Could have paid their
Damn,
engineers with
Dodge
that.
Ram. I know,
You can,
right?
you can give me $10 and I'll switch.
Yeah,
Hmm.
no, they were.
You
Shroud
give me
said,
50 you give me 50 million, I'll definitely switch. But you
Yeah.
give me anything under, I would say $1 million. Nah, fam.
$10 million.
You wouldn't take
No.
$999,000.
Nah, fam.
I am on
Bruh.
the same level as Ninja and Shroud, so I refuse to take anything less.
Yeah.
Get the. I would take $10,000.
Nope. I know for a fact that she got nowhere near that $50 million,
She
but
probably got like 10 mil though.
she probably did. Good for
Cool
her.
10.
For a 13-year-old, yeah. That.
Man,
It's still
her
not
parents-
hers. That's her
their
parents'
are
money.
Great.
Yeah.
Their parents are living lap of luxury.
Hell
Our
yeah, they
parents
are.
are super rich.
Fucking FaZe High Sky for that matter too. Jesus Christ, these children.
That's the whole
Oh,
Tfue
it fixed
controversy.
itself.
Hey, can one of you guys check my stream real quick?
I got you. You fixed on my screen, by the way.
Oh, the holographic shroud came back.
Yeah, aim right saying it seems like something's not right too.
The whole underage thing is why Tifu's
Checking your
suing them,
guys'
so,
right now.
but we
Mark's
will.
good.
Let's talk for a different day. Before we
Yeah,
also
that
get
is.
the Google Stadia, WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, the wrestling company, has announced that they are starting their own esports league. They are trying to capitalize on one of the wrestlers who has a YouTube channel. It's actually really successful. Up, up, down, down. He streams on YouTube quite often, as well as one of their main wrestlers, the faces of the company. He is a big streamer on Mixer. And so they are trying to capitalize on both of those by making their own esports league.
Thanks for the sub, man.
So I don't know if that will ever launch or actually be good in any sorts, but we'll see. It's called what was the name of it? It was something
The
really
XFL2.
Yeah, I know, right?
Electric Boogaloo.
WWE SGL, the Superstar Gaming League, is what they are calling it.
That's a stupid name.
So we'll see if it actually comes fruition and they actually make their own esports league. I guess if there's any time to make
Now's the
one,
time.
now's the time. So
Jump on that bandwagon.
Exactly.
Bandwagon. Fuck.
Speaking of being innovative and jumping on the wagon before anybody else, the Google Stadia,
Jumping on the wagon before anyone else.
like the streaming
Gotta
without.
do it before we actually have a solid platform.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Google Stadia launches this Friday. Anybody want to take over and talk about it?
I know someone who does.
Ooh.
Me, I'm gonna.
Ooh.
So, the Google
Ooh.
Stadia,
Ooh.
James.
Ooh. All right, so let's talk about real quick what's coming out for the Stadia on launch day. All right, let's take a look here at this wonderful GameSpot article, not sponsored. Use coupon code Level Unlocked for free
Episodes of the
articles
Level
on-
Unlock podcast.
free articles on GameSpot. All right, so Google says it will start with 12 carefully chosen games with an additional 14 more by the end of the year.
Carefully chosen games.
All right, so we got Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Destiny 2, Guilt, Just Dance 2020, Kine, Mortal Kombat 11, Red Dead 2, Thumper, Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Shadows of the Tomb Raider, and Sam Show, Samurai Showdown.
Those aren't great choices.
I mean, Samurai Showdown's good.
Red Dead
I
was good.
remember
Red
that
was
show.
decent.
Destiny 2's free. The Tomb Raider games are good. So that's cool. I'm actually curious on how MK11 and Sam Show will do. Because those are both fighting games. And I'm half tempted. Sorry, I'm Sorry, I'm a tenth, tempted to buy one of those for the Stadia.
And how much is it?
What? The game or the service?
Oh, both.
Well, the service is $10 a month. I have no idea
So
how much
dumb.
how much MK11 or Sam Show is going to be. Probably
Pro-
60. Probably all
MK11's
60.
still like roughly 60, so I'm assuming.
Samurai Showdown's about 62. These
Okay.
are all, other than the Tomb Raider games and Destiny, these are all like $60 games. I don't know about
Really?
Guilt.
They'd be considered AAA titles, wouldn't they?
Guilt's
besides
probably
Sam
gonna
Show?
would otherwise probably be up there too, because that's the game I think looks the best on their thing.
And so
Yeah,
for those who
so-
don't, go ahead.
No, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say for those who don't know, you have to pay outright
You have to buy these games.
to play them.
You have
Thanks,
to
Jeff.
buy these games to not own them.
Yeah.
Yeah, buy them to not actually own them. Great.
How
have
does my
the
camera keep going off?
Privilege of spending $10 a month so you can play these games. Let's take a look at the other games coming out by the end of the year. Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle, Borderlands 3, Darksiders Genesis, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is like a 3-year-old game. Farming Simulator 19, can't wait to play that in 4K, 60 frames, 5.1 surround sound. Final Fantasy 15, another like 3-year-old game. Football Manager 2020, can't wait for 4K, 60
Can't wait to
frames.
stream.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Grid, Metro Exodus, NBA 2K20, can't wait to spend money in a game I already spend money on. Rage 2, Trials Rising, and Wolfenstein Youngblood. What a shitty lineup.
Not great.
It is not great at all. What is it? How many 12 games coming out at launch? What is that, like a fifth or like a fourth of your games are Tomb Raider games?
Yeah.
Little
the
diversity.
The funny thing about NBA 2K20, it's not slated to come out next year, supposedly, which then puts it like 7 months plus behind everybody else.
Yeah. So if that wasn't titillating enough for you, so here is a list from Kotaku of all the stuff confirmed to not be available on the Stadia at launch. All right. Let's go. Stream Connect, State Share, and Crowd Play. So basically the function where you can hand off the controls to someone else. Share Play if you have a PlayStation 4. That was available on launch day. Stadia's achievement systems. Don't have achievements.
Nice.
Been a
Fuck
staple of
that.
video games for what?
Ever.
No, like what? 11 years?
Yeah,
13 years? The ability to use existing Chromecast Ultras to play. So if you have a Chromecast Ultra like I have built into my TV, tough cookies. You can't play it because it has to wait for the special firmware update to come through so you can actually play it. If you bought the Founders Edition, however, that Chromecast is going to have that firmware built onto it. So
Are
Hey.
you telling me the only way to play the Stadia is to buy the extra expensive Stadia?
On launch day.
on launch day.
For
Wow.
$130.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Thought I
to
seen
not own
something about
anything.
that.
Family sharing is not going to be available. So if you have a few people in your house, you can't make a family account and share the games amongst each other.
Well, that's a shame.
That's
Buddy
tough.
passes. You guys remember the big selling point? One of the big selling points of the Founders Edition is, hey, you get 3 months of Google Stadia for free,
Yep.
and you get a Buddy Pass 3-month subscription, so you can give it to a friend. Hey, guess what? That's not going to be there. Some people aren't going to get the Stadia controllers.
Yep, they haven't launched, or they haven't been shipped.
Oh, fuck my goddamn! I can't.
Well, you can make room on your console. You can get everything ready to go, and then
What
when the
console?
controllers
You
show
don't-
up, you can.
But you don't have a console.
I have a Chromecast that
I
doesn't do
know.
anything.
You get a really
You have
good
a
imaginary
Chromecast that
paper.
doesn't do anything!
So wait,
That's
wait.
the idea, right?
Wasn't the entire concept to like have your phone also be a controller? Isn't that a possibility?
No, as well. I mean, you
You can
but
stream
also-
from. You can stream to your phone. You're supposed
It has
to
to
be
be
able
a
to.
Pixel though, correct? If you
Yes.
wanted
Right.
to use that as
As
the
of right
controller.
now, yeah.
Right now, Pixel 4 family, Pixel 3 family, and Pixel 3a family.
Yep, you can stream directly to your phone, and it should support it. That any Chromebook as
Kinda
well.
interesting.
Even like the $120 Chromebooks to be able to support the
Ted-
4K streaming.
I'm curious of the
just
optimization for
video.
that because those things
Well-
aren't good to begin.
Well, it's not. Doesn't matter about optimization.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be optimized or
It's off
streaming
it's your
everything.
internet.
Okay, yeah,
Right.
that's
Yeah,
right.
because
That's fair.
it's not being played on the host device
Yeah,
itself.
That's
it has
true.
another
They
device.
said that they did 4K 60 hertz on a Chromebook at 25 megs, and it worked fine. I don't.
Well, yeah, it
I mean,
only
you're
takes
not gonna get-
7.
you're
It
not
only
gonna get
takes 7.
4K.
Yeah.
Well, even if isn't 1080 is 7, and then 4K is like what 12 or something?
15,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, it's 15.
15 recommended
But
for movies.
obviously, if you have way more stuff in your house, you don't want to, because then it won't work.
God, I need to get an opener. I got to use this like hot knife and.
Just stab his hand.
I know. Well, I kept hurting my hand, so I got a little gas card that I folded in half. Believe it or not, I still have a. I've been down here in Florida for 2 years, and I still have a Sitco gas card.
Nice.
Nice.
I use it as a stand for like my phone and stuff.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
We got
the
any
most
other news
ghetto thing
about
ever.
this evolutionary launch?
If the Stadia does better than the Sega Saturn, I would be shocked.
We'll see. We shall see.
Sega
It's
Saturn launch date.
the evolution of streaming games, so we'll see what happens. And then next year,
So was the Ouya.
Yeah.
But not streaming.
Yep. The Ouya is the future of games, ladies and gentlemen.
good thing Google got a head start, because I know for a fact, we'll talk about it later, the xCloud's going to come in, and everyone's going to be like, what's Google? Like, oh yeah,
X is definitely indeed
it's
going
going to give it to you.
How does it, however, compare to other like launches of this technology?
This is the first one of its kind, I think. Technically, right?
Sort
Yeah,
of.
Steam did something like it before, but
Yeah,
I don't
Steam
think they
Link
did.
is still going on. Like you can
Yeah.
still do Steam Link. There
Well, that's
was
all
that.
local.
Yeah, there was. Fuck. What was it? I
Like-
think it was like OnLive or something like that. There was a
Oh yeah.
streaming platform like way back in the day.
Nvidia also did this with Mac devices. I think it was called Nvidia Now.
Yeah.
Or
Also they have the same thing in
GeForce Now?
China. Yeah,
Yeah.
GeForce Now. It also works with like Apple, or not Apple TVs, Android TVs.
Technically, if you call it
NVIDIA
so, Sony did it with the embedded version of the PSP,
Vita.
the Vita,
Yeah, the Vita did have that,
Yeah.
but you
Well,
had to
and then
pay
also
for it per
Sony
month
does-
with your cell phone plan.
and
Yeah.
Xperia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Xperia phones and every Android device now or iOS
Yeah.
device now. Or fuck, PlayStation Now. PlayStation Now already does that.
Mhm.
Pretty decently. You
It's
can
just-
stream your shit.
PS Now isn't portable though, correct?
Yeah, you can't display that like on your phone and play it though, right?
Not with that attitude, you can't.
You sound almost offended.
sounds like me.
You
Well,
believe in
I mean,
yourself
you
and a little bit of
okay,
magic in a
all
young
right,
girl's
hold on.
heart. It should work.
All right, so you
Magic of
could
a young girl's
you
heart.
could put I beta tested PlayStation Now on the Vita.
Okay.
So I mean, technically you could.
Yeah.
It sucks,
Just
but
get
you
a hold of a
could.
Vita.
Yeah.
I missed a Vita.
Rest in
Rest in
peace.
Those
peace.
are the
Vita.
days.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it does, because you know for a fact Microsoft's going to be looking close at it, because they're going to see what they did wrong, what they did right, and then next year they're going to be like, okay, now we know what to fucking do, and we're just going to destroy every company at this.
Well, and
So
then also Microsoft has that Azure cloud interface,
Yeah.
which is great.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, he's got Microsoft has the cloud computing on lockdown.
Yep.
On fleek, as the kids would say.
it's lit.
Well, they're the ones that really are pioneering all of it, aren't they?
Yeah.
Them and Amazon.
Google did this.
Amazon?
Amazon does a lot of cloud computing.
Oh yeah, that's actually where the vast majority of their income comes from. There's various forms of cloud computing and server hosting.
Yeah, they own like 90% or 70% of the internet or something.
Jesus.
Google, the only reason why it's launching when it's launching is because it wanted to get out ahead of Microsoft. It wanted to get its name out there. We don't have a game system. We don't have a gaming platform. We're just a web browser. And we want to make this.
Just
You
a
know-
web.
Well,
You know
not just a
who
web
al-
browser, but
You know who also did the same thing? They wanted to release their newest, hottest thing before anyone else did.
Samsung.
The Sega Saturn.
Oh, okay. That's what we're talking about.
They
Yeah.
unveiled it at they talked about it at E3 one year, 98, I think it was. They talked about it. They were like, "Oh, CD based technology," because this was before I think the PlayStation 1 came out.
yeah,
And
it's like right before it.
yeah, and that because Sony announced the launch date for the PlayStation 1 that year in like 97 or 98, I can't remember. And at that E3, Sega went, the Sega Saturn is going to release today. And everyone was like, "What?" And all the retailers were like, "What?"
Yeah, and it failed.
Less than sub 10 million units through its
Yep.
lifetime.
So we'll see. It's revolutionary. It's different. If they can do it right, yes.
Revolutionary.
Oh shit! So the PlayStation 1, it had to have been before 98. 'Cause it was released in 94 in
Oh
Japan
yeah,
at least,
yeah, Japan.
and then
Yeah, it must have been 90.
but
No, it was
95,
94. Yeah, 94, I think it was.
95 in North America.
Um, but we'll see. It's the whole concept of having to buy the game outright again is I don't like, but we'll see if they change that down the road because they are supposed to release part of that $10 a month. They said they eventually want to have where games are included in that $10 a month.
They best
Yeah.
do it because that's going to be a big downfall for them too.
Yeah.
It will be. Well, they said that next year. I think that's when they're going to
Yeah.
change up the premium one where it has free games.
Like your
So-
Game Pass, things along those lines.
So there's different tiers of subscription.
Yeah, there's a
Right
free.
now, no.
Well,
There's
there
a-
will be.
There's a free that will let you play in 1080p at 2.0 surround sound,
Yeah.
Wow.
or at 30 frames per second, or you can get the big dick energy one for $10 a month. That gets you the 4K 60 frames per second with 5.1 channel surround sound.
Exactly.
Oh.
Which most people I think would want to do
With-
that anyway. So.
Yeah. Oh, the latency that I was wondering about with how fighting games are going to work with it, it's going to be non-existent because it has that predictive input. They're going to have that predictive input where the cloud computer
Negative
predicts what
latency.
move. Yeah, negative latency, man. It's going to be perfect. The game's going to be like, this is what you're going to do before you even do it.
Machine
like it.
learning, AI.
It's gonna take over. But we'll see.
It's
That
gonna
does
watch
launch.
It's gonna watch years of Sonic Fox's fighting game tournaments and just analyze it.
Gonna come alive. So yeah, that comes out this week
Base all
on
reality off of it.
Yeah.
the 22nd, this Friday. So we
Eh,
will have that.
I'll let you guys know how it is
Yeah.
on phone by next podcast.
Yeah, we might not have a lot because obviously that's such a short amount of time, but we'll see. We might have some stuff. Might be the following week, but one way or the other, we'll have information about it. Moving on, Mark, do you want to talk about your two mobile news stuff?
Sure. My first thing here is if you remember way back whenever first we were kids, at least whenever I was a kid, and people were starting to get flip phones and all that sort of stuff. There's probably one
Oh,
company
yeah.
that stood out a bit more than the other ones. And that was probably Motorola with their fun little Razr phone.
I still
love
have
it.
I still have my Razr phone in a box somewhere.
What do they call it? The like nunchuck or something?
What?
N- what?
I don't
Isn't
know.
that the phone that like snapped out?
No. That was the sidekick.
Oh, the Sidekick.
Ah, okay.
That was the
There
one
was
that
also
went like
there was
that.
also the Taco one, that was the N-Gauge.
And the chocolate, which
I
was
just remember there was
scary.
one that would pop out like a switchblade.
Yeah,
I think, yeah, that was.
Was that the sidekick?
those were the Sidekick and the Envies because the Envies you'd flip it up.
No. He's talking about like the ones that like did the fucking spin move.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Speed!
Those were the chocolates, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chocolates did that too. The sidekick
Be
chocolate.
like, let
and,
me get this text.
Yeah, I can't remember the other one. One of them looked like a Power Ranger morpher. I can't remember which that one was.
Well, that good old company that you remember, Motorola, well, they're actually not the same company because they were bought by Lenovo several years ago. But that's besides the point. They decided to remake the Razr phone
Heck yeah.
using current technology with a folding OLED display in it, which instead of it folding like a tablet wise, it folds this way. So
an
it's
old
more
flip phone.
forward.
Bro, I've seen some of the flip phones that have that like simpler technology. It's just like a regular old school flip phone, but it's a lot bigger because it accommodates for a touchscreen when you flip it up.
So this
Track.
guy
Had one.
is about the same thickness as the original, about 14 millimeters, and it's a 16 megapixel camera and a 2.7-inch OLED display. So it's actually a bit smaller than most other phones that have just touchscreen displays now. but it does seem a little bit taller. So the aspect ratio is a little bit off.
Isn't it a bit wider too on the actual base of the phone? It's not quite as tall and a bit wider.
Well, the base
It
the
looks
base of the
below
phone
that.
has like a speaker.
At least
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I gathered when I was
Yeah.
looking at the videos. I watched two 12-minute videos by Engadget and then CNET.
It looks a little thick with two C's.
Yeah.
So it runs a 21:9 aspect ratio at a 2142 by 876 pixels. So it's not even HD. And Verizon's releasing this next year. Oh wait, let me get to the processor real quick. It's running a Snapdragon, I think 716. Yeah, a 710 chipset with 6 gigs of RAM. So this has a worse chipset than the Pixel 3 that came out last year. And Verizon is putting this on sale next month for $1,500.
Insane.
All right,
I
who's getting it? Who's buying it?
I've genuinely contemplating it. I don't know how I'm gonna get it, but I'm thinking about it.
$60 a month installment billing, baby.
I'm probably gonna do like I'm gonna be real, like I'm probably gonna get it and then like return it.
I'll get a
or something.
Galaxy Fold instead of this.
No, see,
Well,
it's
no,
at
the
least more
Galaxy Fold
up-to-date.
will break.
so will this one though. And here's the 2 cents that I had if Mark's done with his
How about it?
little part. So here's the pros and cons that I personally see. It has the same issue of not being able to use your phone as a phone that the Galaxy Fold has. Because if you have nails, if you touch it wrong with a key, like say something happens at all to the inside screen, it's fucked. It's gouged. It's done. Because the screen it's still the plastic material. It's still and the reason earlier when he said OLED, the reason I like air quoted, because yes, it technically is OLED, which that's fine and well, but it's on a plastic screen, and I feel like it still doesn't give quite as good resolution as like the glass phones.
What does it have? Like a resistive touchscreen?
Oh, that would be the worst.
It's weird. I don't know exactly.
That's
and
what it
maybe-
sounds like. You're making it sound like it has like a resistive touchscreen or
Well, it's got to
is that what-
compensate
is
it
that what that was called?
because the phone folds in half, so it has to be able to fold the screen, so it can't have glass. That's
I do like what
Yeah,
they did
that's
because
true.
if you remember the Galaxy Fold, when that closes, it has a small gap because it doesn't fold flush. So, but when this guy folds, they actually move that gap into the screen area, so when it actually folds, it should.
So
I
is it
thought
two
was super
separate
cool.
screens?
Technically,
Yeah, that kind of
internally yes, externally no. It's
Hmm.
one solid screen on the outside, but technically it'd be 2 different displays. Theoretically, as far as I understand it, I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
now
I'll have to
the
look
way
it
it
up.
looks. It's one giant piece of plastic, but there's a top screen and a bottom screen, and when it opens fully,
What's it called?
the screen just goes
Moto
all
Razr
together.
19.
Yeah.
Just look up Moto Razr 2019.
So
I've
It'll
been
be-
seeing a lot of ads for it.
The videos that I watched. So what I was saying earlier was it is a little bit thicker, like width wise
Oh.
at least.
That's cool
Um,
looking.
It's a super cool design, and it's got 2 batteries.
Ooh, I like it.
My other big gripe is it's a 2500 mAh battery,
Yeah,
which is
That's
lower
nothing.
than the
and it
majority of
turbocharges at
batteries.
15 watts.
Yeah, it's absolutely absurd. And I mind you, that's 2 fucking batteries in the top and bottom at 2500 mAh, which is lower than the Pixel 3A. Yes, or maybe like a touch higher than the Pixel 3 and 3A.
It's
That's
lower
a
than the
lot of
Pixel
screens
4,
to
if
be
I remember
powering.
correctly.
Yeah,
I mean,
because the
technically,
Pixel
from what I
4 is
can
at
tell,
like
it appears to have
2400.
3 screens.
So
It has
so
one on the
Trevor-
front and
Yeah.
then 2 on the inside.
Yep.
So Trevor just said in my chat that it's capacitive. The screen.
It's a
It is
capacitive
mean,
touch.
capacitive.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the word I was looking for, capacitive.
Yeah, it just
Like,
uses your body's signals.
I think
And it
it'll-
has
Oh, okay. No, you're right. I had it the opposite. I think it looks cool. It looks nice.
It's
I-
a neat little thing.
That's hard. Yeah, it's kind of sharp.
my big other like,
Wow, that
concern
ratio
with
though,
this
man.
phone is the pure fact that, like, especially in the video I was watching, she demonstrated that it may have the same issues that the first version of the Fold did, the first version of the Galaxy Fold. The actual display is about, I want to say, a millimeter away from the actual it's enough for a fingernail, so whatever the width of a fingernail is, away from the body itself. So you can actually put your fingernail in and run it across the top of the top and sides of the display. So if
Okay.
dust gets in there, if anything touches that the wrong way, it could peel up the display. Motorola insists that it is the strongest foldable display and it will not happen, but it's 100% feasible that it could.
Mhm.
Like there's no possible way that one of them is not going to have this happen to them, regardless if it's inflicted. I'm sure that Jerry Rig Everything or one of the YouTubers that specifically break phones is
Yep.
going to try.
So I'll figure it out.
Yeah, he'll figure out how to break it and he'll figure out what's wrong. But like, I think this is the way to go with foldable phones. I feel like if people want bigger, buy a fucking tablet. It's cheaper, first of all.
A hell of a lot
But, like,
cheaper.
This is convenience, and I like this idea. I just still don't think we're ready for it. I don't think the world is ready for the foldable phone. Not in the sense that we can't handle it, the
Not ready
sense
for
that
the price.
the price too, but like the technology, and I mind you, like, yes, like we have like low grade holograms in the military, not whatever, but the technology for a foldable display is not up to par with our standards of Gorilla Glass 5 being able to sustain a drop from like 10 feet. If this falls, especially like on its face on like a rock or something,
It's gonna
you're at
explode.
$1,500. You're
It's
done.
gonna fucking explode.
And
But I feel it'd be a different conversation if the phone was like $700.
Yeah.
yo, 100%. Absolutely. Great bang for your buck, which is what I think it should be. I think anywhere between 650 and 8 would have been a
It's
good
that
place for
foldable
this phone.
technology though. That's what drives up the price.
No, that's. I feel like that's
It's
not
the
even that
R&D.
expensive.
Yeah, it's mainly the research and development.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
spending time.
The thing is like the materials of the phone. It's got it's stainless steel on the siding, which yes, that can be pricey, which is why it wouldn't be as cheap as Motorola's other phones, like their G series. That's like the cap. I want to say it caps at like 560.
Early adopter tax.
Yeah, but it's a plastic screen which cannot go for that much. Their chipsets, I want to say what, about 2 years outdated. Who said it was a 710 or 760?
710.
710.
So it's
So
almost
this-
2 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be about 2 years outdated, roughly around the time it comes out, which meaning it would probably have a little bit better than the Z4. No, the Z4 I think does have a 710 call. I could be wrong, but and that phone's a year and a half old already. It's just, I don't feel the
It's-
price warrants what it is.
It seems like they are cutting corners on the internals so that they can go full ham on the externals.
I
on the
understand that as
exterior of it.
well.
Yeah, it's
It's
probably they're
just-
just like, we want to make a folding razor. Doesn't matter what's in it. Throw some shit in it. Let's release this phone.
Then
Yeah.
with that being said, they should be able to have it at the point of being that $700 price point. Because I mind you, if the SE2 does come out by Apple, the Titan of the now say what you will, whatever you'd like, but like numbers wise, not like how many people have them, but like their worth, they are like essentially the Titan. And this isn't just me being an Apple fanboy, they're the first $1 trillion fucking company, in the US at least. If the SE2 does come out at its price point of $450 to $500, you could say goodbye to any other phone that you have to worry about during that time, just because of how cheap that phone's going to come out and how many people want a new phone but don't want to spend that $1,000 price point. And this being $1,500 with the specs of I'll be generous. I'll be generous at $700, $700 phone. It's not worth it. There's no reason to purchase this. It's a cool gimmick. It's great. And I think this is the way things should go, but it's just no reason for it. I don't know why anyone in their
Agreed.
right mind would purchase it.
Yeah, I'm definitely the same way with that. Like, I feel it's a great idea, but the price, the specs, literally everything about it, just I can't justify anything.
The other thing that really kills me is the fact that they say resin backing when I mind you, it's not resin. That's just a fancy plastic on the back, like the
Yeah, just
traditional
plastic
razor.
that they put stiff and stick
Yeah.
together.
They use essentially like a really thin cookie cutter and made the design for the back in the plastic and just let it sit, let it dry. It's absurd. But like I think it's a great idea and like it's super. and this is supposedly in like the notes and patch notes and all that stuff for Apple and whatnot. This is the way they want to go with their foldable phone if they actually create one. Is the flip up, so the display isn't massive, but it's the size of essentially like a 10s Max, because the display on the Razer is 6.2, which isn't that's not unreasonable. I think that's a good size. Personally, I think 6.5 is the perfect size for a phone. That's just because I have big hands and I like a big keyboard. But I think it's a great idea for the phone. It's just we're not there, and they need to cut that price by hopefully half.
Agreed.
Hopefully.
Speaking of Apple, what do you have on that, Mark?
Yeah, this is a bit smaller of a thing, but this is an article from the 15th about Apple pretty much banning apps regarding vaping from their app store. So this would include apps that facilitate e-cigarettes and vaping products, or anything that encourages or helps people to vape. So what does that really mean? Anything that helps, or like recipe apps, or let's say your fancy box mod has a companion app that you set temperatures with, can't download it anymore. You're not allowed to do that. I actually ran into that earlier today. I got a little fancy vaporizer for my good old medical marijuana stuff, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna get the new app, but it only works on Apple devices. So I did that and can't find it anymore. So I was pretty pissed off, not gonna lie.
I just don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it either. That's kind of silly. Like, first off, the big medical problems that have been happening due to vaping is typically because of allergic reactions and due to the fact that they had a bunch of people making these backwater freaking bootleg like
acetate.
exactly. They were using the vitamin E as a freaking carrier.
Hydrogen cyanide.
And guess what happens when you vaporize that stuff? It turns into crystal and it turns into stuff that's no good for your lungs. And they were doing it with marijuana ones. They weren't doing it with freaking just regular vape off. Like, go to your local vape shop and grab the juice.
In the article,
silly stuff.
Mark probably would have gotten to this momentarily. The article, it does say that they realize it is mainly the black market THC cartridges and THC cartridges, marijuana cartridges, i.e. whatever you like to say. But they just say essentially for health, stay away from all vape products in general. Now, I mind you, the CDC already came out, like I want to say almost a month ago now, saying normal vapes are not an issue, period. They're 95% safer than cigarettes.
Right.
That 5% legally you have to put in there, even theoretically, if they were 100% safer. Now, I mind you, saying 100% safer is not saying, yes, they're great for you. Fucking go out and just vape because you can vape. It's a safer alternative. Safer, not safe. So, that being said,
I don't know, man. These cigarettes seem pretty.
You turn your analog cigarette off.
They seem pretty fucking safe to me.
Oh my god! I want to see the whole pack in your mouth. Let's go.
Jesus Christ!
All of them, all 20.
Well, fucking go.
For those
episode of The Simpsons where
for those on the podcast,
the Marge's sisters like just take an entire pack.
Yeah.
Smoke it all at the same time.
Yes, like for those that are watching the podcast, our TV viewers are enjoying
listening.
Yeah, aim right or not aim. Jesus Christ. People I hate putting an entire pack of cigarettes into his mouth, it appears.
What I will say is I get it.
That looks so much safer.
Wow.
So much safer, bro. All right, you said you get it. You get it. I don't get it. I think it's stupid. I think the freaking media. Don't light them all.
Please
don't
I'm
do
not
that.
gonna lie.
Let me finish.
Please don't.
So I get
don't
it to the
wanna see it
point of essentially they're putting out the fire before it begins. Now I mind
What do
you.
you mean? This shit's so
let
old.
me finish.
I'll stop.
No, I definitely because you're a very controversial person, and I like it, and I want to be able to. I want this conversation because I would definitely want your opinion. If I can just finish my sentence first.
I apologize. I'll stop.
No, you're fine. You're fine, homie. But so if this was done about a month and a half to 2.5 months ago, I would get it. I'd understand to like stop any form of, and I mind you, I'm a hardcore fucking vape like advocate. I signed a
Get it,
CASA,
bro. You vape.
and like I got this guy right here, and like I get it. Personally, I use vaping for like my anxiety and whatnot. Like that's how I use it. And but it's just, first of all, I've been vaping for probably, I don't know, 5-ish years. And the thing that I don't see as really this being that big of an issue is, I mind you, not a ton of box mods have companion apps. There's like 4 I can think of after I redid some research. I remember that like there was an iJoy one that has it. None of the Tesla SIGs, none of the Sigelis, like all the big names don't really have anything to do with it. There's no reason for it. Now, the ones I think should be on there, and this is where I am against it, is things that teach you about Ohm's law. Because Ohm's law is incredibly important, and it is the reason there are people who blow up with vapes because they do rebuildables on mech mods that are not regulated, and they don't understand battery safety or Ohm's law, because they build a coil that's like, oh, sick clouds, and then their face blows up.
Who the
'cause they're a
hell is
moron.
using mech mods?
Mech mods are
That was
still a
my
big
first
thing.
one.
Yeah, yes,
I
that was
started
my
vaping on a
first.
massive one.
Mech mods are
Who
a big thing in
didn't?
competition worlds. And
Are they?
yes, they
I didn't know
the
that.
unregulated box
I was
mods and tube mods are the only things
I
that
was gonna
give you
say.
that true 400 watts. That'll
I
cause
haven't
that
seen
giant
anybody
cloud.
rolling around with an old school lightsaber hilt in like a minute, bro.
Fucking
I used to. That was,
stock, my guy.
bro. I used to have one too. I used to love the fucking thing because I
Oh,
felt
yeah.
like I felt like a damn Jedi walking around with this damn thing on my hip.
Fucking hot as
Never
fuck.
mind the fact that it was pulling
Yeah.
my pants down because the thing weighed like 12 pounds.
Yeah,
But still, man.
I had what was called a Nemesis mod. The Nemesis
Well,
mod
the
was
thing-
sick as fuck.
I'll tell you what though, the thing that's butt stuff about it too though is that there's a lot of people that make their own juice. Like I made my own juice for a long
I did that
time.
too.
Yeah,
And it's a lot
me too.
cheaper. It's so much cheaper to make your own juice. And the fact of the matter is, they're probably going to be. I would assume. Am I wrong? I would assume that those apps have been kicked out of the market as well.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why is there another? That's what bugs me about it, is that there's another attack towards this technology. I have a question for you guys. If you definitely know it, give the people that don't an opportunity to guess. But when do you believe that the first vape technology really hit the market? How old?
Yes.
How
Yes.
old do you think vape technology is?
It's older than me. I know that much.
Yep.
I know
Yep,
that it's
yep,
definitely
yep.
like 30, 40 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll say it's definitely older than all of us.
Shit came out in the 60s. Vape technology first hit the market in the 60s over in the Orient. It was a huge thing over there. And then it took until the 90s for it to really reach, the States. Started on the West Coast, worked itself across the West Coast till it hit, the whole damn thing. And like there's the medical industry in Europe finds it absolutely astonishing that there are people out there that there are organizations in the US that are like blah 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 poo poo this stuff.
Okay,
Right?
so here's
Like-
the reason. So
How I use personally, I almost exclusively vape the highest concentration of menthol I can find with no flavoring. That's it. I want it. I want a fresh mountain blast of air into my existence. Okay. Matter of fact, the stuff I'm using.
He wants Vicks
Fresh
Vapor Rub. That's
I
it.
want Vicks Vapor Rub. I want that, and I have found that. Actually, I haven't found any down here in Florida, but back
You got-
home,
I'm
I had a
assuming the
juice.
Cure.
The Cure.
Yes, I
Cure.
called it Fresh Mountain Air. Personally, I called it. I like that fucking commercial. But what are the ingredients in that? It's the same ingredients found in the vast majority of lung treatments provided at hospitals. Okay.
I
So
mind
it's
you,
the only
propylene
different-
glycol is
Yeah.
pushed through the vents of fucking hospitals.
Exactly.
It is
So
clean. It is.
I'll tell you what.
clear.
Don't ever try using organic vegetable glycerin. It's not good.
No,
it's-
I doubt it.
It's
That's
very
not a bad
organic.
time.
It burns like it tastes like it ruins your coil. You're dead. So
The
avoid
reason
the
being though that like the U.S. is so like
menthol
let's
gross.
fight this is due to the fact that at least here, this is why Europe, like the UK specifically, legitimately uses this in healthcare. to get people off of fucking cigarettes and off of nicotine in general. Not nicotine in
Right.
general, but like
Well,
the
the
dangers.
they'll
Like-
put things in it. They'll make their
Mhm.
own vape juice
Yeah,
that they add particular particulates into.
particular particulates.
Yes, and when you vape it, the lungs absorb it in a manner that's completely different than that of cigarettes because it's an oil based. It's not
And,
a
like,
carcinogen based.
It's because me and my mother actually had a conversation. Other political bullshit. That it's we use this as a business industry here, as to where their goal over there and in Canada, everywhere fucking else in the world, it is to help sick people, not to hope people get sick so you can prescribe them something, so they'll end up coming back because it doesn't cure it. It simply gets rid of it for now. Like the patches, people get like there's big ass companies that get things on patches because it keeps you addicted. It's such a high concentrated nicotine consistently over and over again. Like patches realistically can be just as bad, just like Nicorette, the gums. They don't have 3% nicotine like you can get in vapes that are like such a minuscule amount. It keeps the edge off. You don't have to worry about anything and you're fine. Like obviously you're still quote unquote addicted, but at least you're not like fucking fiending for a patch. And after that, I know people who are on the patch who instantly go back to cigarettes because it's just it's a lower level of nicotine. They didn't get sick off of this. They got sick off the patch. Like we've turned medical care into a business instead of something to help people. As to where the UK, everywhere else, it's still for the people, not the conglomerate, not the businesses. Not to get too political, but like, well, when we hit my information, we're political, but that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, like it just fucking it blows my mind that people are so against this, and also because we're just so incredibly ingrained with the government into big tobacco. It's not even funny. And big tobacco doesn't really exist. What the fuck are you? What are you doing?
So we're not happy with Apple doing this. TLDR.
Yeah, we're not happy with Apple doing this.
Who are you putting me on a timer for? What?
It's the idea of like, dude, don't tell me what to do. Like, dude, just let the stuff exist, and if you want to download it and you want to utilize it, then utilize it. But if you don't want to utilize it, then leave it the fuck alone. Like,
I want to put Jeff's point to what
There you
Walker
go.
just did to me.
There you go.
Let me do what I do.
All right, so do you guys have anything more on that?
Not on that.
Because we got breaking news. Breaking news here.
Legit breaking news that just came out.
Actually, like this was like an hour ago. The Verge
Yeah.
messaged us out. Posted this. So the Google Stadia lineup has been updated to 22 games. So
Wow.
you remember how I said? So you remember how I said all those games that are coming out before the end of the year?
Mm-hmm.
Everything's going to be available on launch day. All games are here.
Yep.
Now.
Due to the backlash, they realized what they're doing, and they decided, okay, we need to change this, and then they did. They listened to the people.
Yeah.
Probably not, though, but...
No. And Tom Clancy's Breakpoint was originally slated for 2020, but will now come out at the end of 2019. Doom Eternal, Watch Dogs, Legions, Gods and Monsters, and Cyberpunk are now all officially released for Stadia releases in 2020. Breaking news!
So, segueing now from that, now that we have a news
Breaking
break,
news.
let's get to some actual news. Gaming news.
that
Legit
shit was
gaming
all
news.
just pretend news.
Did we have
Yeah.
any...
That was all fake news. Hashtag. Did we get into what, James?
Do you have anything on the movie news? Any movie news at all?
Yeah, we can talk about that later, though. That's not
I
important.
do.
I just wanted to know, just so we could talk about that
Yeah.
one thing I have on here. The movie news that I had.
There you go. We'll talk about it after this. Mark, do you want to start with your Bethesda news?
Sure. So this is, I guess, the first time we've talked about Bethesda, not Fallout 76.
Holy shit! Mr.
so
Todd
Fall-
Howard represented in the
So
background.
Fallout 4 Creation Club, they're actually putting out a big update later in the month that's supposed to change how you pretty much use workshops. They are creating something called virtual workshops, which is pretty much just like an open space where you have a workshop and then you can create the environment, create the ambiance, put all the stuff in there, and then create scenarios that you or your friends or you can share to other people to use.
So they're trying to
Oh.
make it easier to use.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
Forge mode.
Pretty much.
Cool.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
making like a forge for Fallout, for
That's
the lack of
cool.
a better term.
That's nice.
They're also adding a bunch of other skins and updates on a bunch of items. So nothing too crazy, really. The big one was the virtual worlds or the virtual workshops.
That's pretty
Um,
neat.
And it looks great.
Hey,
Like literally all of their
that's pretty
screenshots
good.
look fantastic. They already imported some realms from Fallout 3 to use in their virtual workshops. So that'll be cool to go back to the Galaxy News Radio building.
That'd be really cool. Cause like I know the Fallout, the modding scene for Bethesda games is probably the most, next to like Valve games, it is probably the most healthiest community.
It's huge. Like there's people that are recreating pretty much all of the Fallout. Sorry, there's people that are recreating Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Like pretty much all of the Bethesda community. Like they tend to just recreate games, or they're always busy just fixing them.
Bro, and just being Bethesda, the Skyrim creation kit piece,
Yeah,
doesn't that use the same thing?
yeah. It uses Skyrim uses the same engine as Fallout 4.
Nice.
Well, a lot of people make like super cool things. Like I remember once, I haven't looked into it in quite some time, but there used to be a thing called the what was it? The Candlemakers mod. And what that one was it added a complete story. Actually, Nate, you'd probably love it. It's basically the idea was within the candles were hidden messages. So there was this whole like underground society Illuminati thing
Ooh.
backstory around this idea that they would transport
cool.
messages within candles, and then you'd melt the wax down and you'd get the letter in the center of the candle. And it's this whole super awesome, well, exactly that, like Illuminati conspiracy backstory. I wanted to do something similar to that back when I used to make Skyrim mods. It'd be sweet as hell to make a Fallout mod. I think you could do something like that with the soaps found around. When we were playing Fallout 76, actually, I would run around trying to grab random people to help collect soap, because I had this like this whole story arc on how the super mutants were created using the oils that were boiled down from all the soaps that were
gotta get the soap.
found. So I would run around and I'd find like as many people as at one point we had, actually that's how I met this my one bro, Acid Sentinel, or what the heck, Acidic Sentinel.
Xenosphinx.
Yeah, Xenosphinx now. He changed his username, but Acid is what we typically refer to him as. I met him playing Fallout 76, and that's exactly what I did. I was running around looking for soap, and that was a great way to
Me
I don't know,
people.
make friends. Yeah, yeah. We never finished it, of course, because nothing ever gets done, but it was a good time. It's so fun what you can do. That's what makes me so mad about Bethesda. It's just like, on one hand, you guys are doing things that are really neat and really innovative, but on the other end of things, and really cool for the community. But on the other end of things, you're taking a big old rod and you're tapping the butthole with it, and then you're just pushing on it, and you're just like, stop pushing on my butthole, and they're just like, nah, we're gonna shove this thing up there. You know, it's just like, come on, Bethesda, get your damn act together. We want to love you, but you make it real hard when you do a bunch of shit, when you're doing dumb stuff.
Oh my.
We want to love you, but we can't. You make it real hard. No pun
what else-
intended.
What else? do you have?
Do you have anything
That's
else
all
on that,
I have
Mark?
for Fallout.
Okay. A couple things, and for me, we'll talk about Sea of Thieves in a second. Who knows Path of Exile?
I do.
Yeah.
I've
So
seen ads.
there was another
I've seen
con
ads.
this past weekend. It was called Exile Con. Happened in New Zealand.
Interesting.
Where they
are a New
announced
Zealand company.
that they are releasing a new Path of Exile, but not releasing a new Path of Exile. Meaning, they are releasing a completely overhaul of the game, 7 new arc stories, a complete overhaul of the system, but still keeping some of the old. They are not releasing a new game. They are just taking the game that they already have and making this new storyline 20 years into the future.
We should get Jean-Luc on for one of these shows. That's like his jam, isn't it? I don't know if you guys.
I don't know. I know I've heard of the game.
James, next time you're at work,
I'll talk to him.
yeah, that's his. I'm pretty confident that's like his Jamalama for real.
People question why, if they're going this in depth to make basically 7 brand new stories and advance the game 20 years without being able to access the old part of the game, why not make a new one? They said, why not?
So like
We grown-ups, we do what we want.
it's like what we
Okay.
kind of thought that at first what Iceborne was gonna be.
Yeah.
So like it's like a new game, but on top of the old game.
So that's what they're gonna do with Fallout 2, you think?
Oh, Fallout's done. Game over.
Oh.
Fallout's done. 76 is done.
You'd hope, but like I don't.
Oh,
think
I'm
they're
sorry. I didn't mean to say Fallout. I meant to say Overwatch.
Oh,
Oh,
with
Oh,
Overwatch 2?
Mm-hmm.
I very much like what
Yeah.
they're doing with Overwatch 2.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah,
what
I think
they're
it'll
doing,
work
what
out.
they're doing with too.
Maybe. We'll see. Speaking of overhauls, BioWare is launching a massive update that will completely change Anthem. The project is called Anthem 2.0 and Anthem Next. They are doing what is considered a No Man's Sky update and Destiny update, where they take the game and they just redo the whole thing, hopefully making it the game people wanted.
So they're
Doesn't
making it
matter.
what's called playable.
So
It's not gonna change the ill will towards fans.
Then it's gonna be free to play, and then
$5 at GameStop, like fucking No Man's Sky.
like
so-
Anthem is now.
Yeah.
So they said they had the roadmap, which they admitted that they unfortunately abandoned due to difficulties.
What else would they
How do
have
these
done,
companies
honestly?
keep doing that? Why can't you guys stick to a goddamn plan? How hard
Okay,
is it to
so
look at your
I don't-
notebook and be like, oh yeah, we're
because their
supposed to
game
work on
wasn't
this
finished
next?
first.
Yeah.
Ay,
Finish the game
ay.
first, then make the roadmap.
The same thing with like the damn Fallout people.
They
Same
still
thing
didn't
with
finish the
fucking
game.
Epic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Same
So-
with Epic with their game with their store.
I'm gonna defend the companies for a moment just because I'm gonna play Devil's Avocados again.
To it,
Um,
bitch.
All right,
won't.
bet. I bet. So, like, a lot of people say that they release unfinished games, and unfinished could be like, I guess, quote unquote, relative to what you think a game should be. Now, at first, they may have thought that Anthem was done. It was a completed game. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to handle all the multiplayer. It wasn't able to handle the basic game itself for the most part. And you said like with Fallout 76, personally, the game, like I thought the game was finished. The game was what they envisioned the game to be. They didn't promise anything crazy with Fallout 76. They promised exactly what they delivered on. It's not their
14
fault.
times the detail. It just
Okay.
works.
So minus that. But a lot of the changes that they did were because the community screeched and bitched that, oh, there's no like NPCs that like help you play the game. There's no like actual storyline. Originally, as far as I know, there was no intent for a storyline. There wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be an open world game that you play with your friends and you just roam around. They wanted ESO in the Fallout universe. That's all they wanted. That's what the fans wanted. That's not what was supposed to happen. Now, No Man's Sky is the one I will give you that they dropped the ball.
Yeah, that was
That's-
not what they promised.
I don't have defense for that one.
Yeah, no, that.
They promised
Yeah, but if you're talking shit about it, like it not being like the multiplayer and stuff like that, not being fully complete and stuff, that means the game wasn't finished.
Yeah.
Like
So with No Man's Sky, yes.
a core part of the game was not finished. The sole part of the game in Fallout 76 case was not finished.
What do you mean though? Because the multiplayer worked. It worked. You were able to go. I
don't
played on
know.
launch day with a couple buddies, and it was fine.
Oh,
What do you mean?
I mean, it
no-
did work.
I had
It
more
worked,
than enough
it wasn't
problems. The
great.
games
Yeah.
crashed. There were
Yeah.
bugs from previous games that were still in there.
Yep.
But
Like-
were you playing on? You were playing PC, correct?
Yeah.
I
As
was
far as
playing
I know,
PS4.
The PS4 one for me, I had no problems. I was able to play.
Yeah, there were a bunch of little bugs in it, but it still worked.
That's a brand new game though. That's the
Yeah.
same argument I have with everyone and every company in general. Don't get something on launch day. There's
Yeah.
gonna be bugs. There's gonna be things broken.
Isn't that crazy
It's
though?
still not good.
No.
God,
It's
it's not the
dumb.
standard anymore.
Why shouldn't there be though? So do you have the same argument when it comes to like cell phones and whatnot? There shouldn't be bugs.
Yeah.
Well, they should be at a
How?
point where it's like, okay, this is launching. We should have
like-
a solid platform that, yeah, you may,
With the vast majority of issues handled already.
yeah,
Okay, so imagine this. Imagine you go to a car dealership,
Okay.
okay, and you buy a nice new car, okay? You drive that fucking thing off the lot. Hey, turns out there isn't no tie rod in there. You can't turn.
Right, or your transmission is butt stuff.
Yeah,
They never told you it wasn't going to have one, but
exactly.
yeah, you shouldn't
There was
expect.
nothing
something
in
that's
there that
tested.
said that you would... Yeah.
so.
So is that a finished car?
Okay. So I feel like those are a little different. Now here's why. You're gonna tell me. You're gonna tell me no, and
Felt...
maybe you're right. But also, I mind you, I'm not fully disagreeing with you, but I'm playing the devil's avocado.
What defines a game?
What does a game
What
mean?
All right,
defines a car?
all right, David Cage.
So
Let's bring it back.
Right.
my thing is like my entire point is that like so Fallout 76 was exactly what they said it was going to be. Yes, there were bugs.
Shit.
Sure.
Sorry.
They did.
Nobody-
I see no ads. I see not a single ad, Nate. That said, guess what? This game ain't done. Guess what? This game, I had fun. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of fun playing
no,
I
it.
it's
enjoyed
fun.
it. It's just
I had a lot of fun.
Hell,
with No
some of
Man's
the
Sky.
bugs are actually damn funny. Like I don't expect anybody except for maybe Mark to know what I'm talking about. But fucking Ark,
I know.
the rubber banding, and all of the I
yeah,
don't know. But if anybody was gonna play it, I would imagine Mark might have some.
I played a
know about
lot
you
of
other
Ark,
guys.
not on PC but on PlayStation.
Okay, well on PC or on PlayStation, it was probably that type of thing was rolled out or it was ironed out. But like on PC,
Are you talking about the problem when like your character would like fucking yeet back and like you would still
Tons
go
of-
and whatnot?
fucking
Yes.
all kinds of stuff like
character
that.
models would be, like,
Yeah, yeah.
scratched across
Right.
the
No,
back.
that
Game was
happened a
but
lot.
that game was advertised as being in beta. Guess what?
It-
Fallout was not advertised as being in.
It's a AAA game that I spent $60 for.
Exactly. Like the shit should be done,
Yeah.
bro. If it's gonna cost $60, that shit should be done. It should be
Yeah.
done.
It should,
Like-
yeah, it shouldn't crash every
Like-
15 minutes like it
If
did
it's
for the
gonna be
first month.
$20, then I'll accept what Mark just said. If it's $20, go ahead, crash every once in a
Yeah,
while.
it's
Do
a
the rubber
budget
band
game.
and
You expect
Right.
that.
yeah, and it's an indie title. But when it comes to like a AAA, I'm gonna charge you $60. I'm gonna charge you $140 to
That was your choice to
assume-
purchase that one though.
To get
assume-
it,
That
to
was
get
your
a
choice
mask
to
that's
purchase
filled
the
with
expensive
mold.
one.
right in some latex bags, like, bro,
Oh, man, they're actually canvas, cheap
Yeah.
canvas, but canvas nonetheless.
they weren't
A
canvas.
year later,
So
Yeah, it was a year later. They gave everybody fucking plastic bags. They gave people Walmart.
nylon bags.
You're
I
right.
I
And
understand.
don't even get me started on Nuka
Dark.
Dark. Yeah.
I definitely get your point with the $60 one, but I cannot give any form of leniency toward when you
It's
said
not
the
acceptable.
one because that was your choice
No,
forward to purchase the extra expensive one.
Yep.
So that's the one
Um,
I'll say I can't forgive. Like no, that's the one that's the one I can't forgive. I can understand that like people are upset with the $60 one, but I mind you, the game, yes, it crashed on PC a lot probably. I don't know. I wasn't playing PC. I didn't have a PC at the time. But when I was playing on console, the game never crashed. There were some bugs sure that made the game annoying to play, but it was still a lot of fun.
Yep.
Also, the game was everything they said it was going to be. They didn't promise anything more nor anything less. Was the game playable? Yes, the game was playable. It was quote unquote finished. Everyone's saying this game isn't finished. You can I see Mark. I see your
on PC, I don't know
distaste.
if it was playable for like a solid
Yeah.
2 months.
okay.
Right.
So I can't
Like, well,
vouch for
it
the
definitely
PC.
there definitely was no point in like trying to invest Like it was one of those things where you couldn't expect to be like, oh, I'm gonna come back and just keep up with what I'm doing. Like it was one of those things for the first 2 months where it was just like, I'm
You're
gonna
like,
log
oh,
in.
the server's not up. Like,
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna play
it
for a little
deleted my
bit.
game.
Oh, bummer. We got to start again.
I
But
guess.
now, I mean,
Getting
you know,
Sorry, continue.
Oh no, that was one of the
5, 6
bugs.
years later,
yeah.
it's actually one of the funnest games I think there is when it comes to sandbox exploration.
Yeah.
And just I don't know, that kind of idea. So it's just it's silly how it's become the standard. Like, come
Yep.
on,
Well,
guys.
going back really quick to the Anthem thing. So the CEO actually said, think of it as on the level, if not better, than what Final Fantasy XIV did. It will be a complete overhaul and a do-over, but to a better scale.
Oh,
Is-
but here's the thing: Final Fantasy 14's good now.
So that's what
They
they're
all
hoping to.
typically do become really great for the
Yeah, it
most
It just sucks
part.
that they have to do that. They have to do an overhaul of a game to get it right when it should have been
It
that the
takes
first
so many
time.
attempts
So,
to get it right.
I get that. Yeah.
which sucks.
I guess at the end of the day,
silly.
my biggest complaint, especially with the people who hate on Fallout 76, especially what it was, say those bugs didn't exist and the game is as it was. My problem with the people is the pure fact that the screeching, the bitching, the moaning, the complaining about the NPCs not being like talkable, like you don't have an actual storyline, there's no arc. It's not what the game was
There's
supposed
no
to be.
content.
There was content. There was an
There
entire
is, but,
concept of
like-
how you were supposed to just be contacting with your friends and running through this vast wasteland. Everyone wanted a linear story because that's what they expected Fallout to be. They didn't say that's what this Fallout would be. That's not what this Fallout was supposed to be. This was supposed to be completely open world, just play with your friends, have a good time, go kill shit. I just them making them, besides fixing the bugs, because I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
But the pure fact that they had to go through the game and people were like, okay, the game's good now, of putting a original Fallout spin on it with the entire like linear storyline and all that shit too. I don't think they should have had to do that for them to quiet down, I guess, is like my biggest thing. Like, you shouldn't have to make a company bend to your will. Like, if you don't like the game, don't like the game. They already made their money off you. You can return it as much as you like. It doesn't fucking affect their numbers. Like, it's whatever. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people talk a lot of shit on games that don't need like as much shit talk. Like No Man's Sky, I get. Anthem, I get. I actually never played Anthem, so like I don't understand that one.
Only person I
too
know who
well.
played Anthem was Luke, and he beat it in a day.
Okay.
I remember that he was
Like, I know
butthurt.
the problem.
Yeah, he was so pissed.
The Jaegers and what possible to play.
Yeah, he was so mad when he
was
beat
so
it in a day.
excited about it when it first came out, and he was
Yeah, he
like,
took like the week off or some
Yeah,
shit.
right. He
Yeah.
took the week off and had it beaten in the first day.
Yeah, he was
like,
playing
oh.
Overwatch that night. He was like, "Yeah, I beat Anthem. It was crap."
We're like, what? Like, like he legit requested that whole like literally a week off because he thought it was gonna take him that long, and he was like, "Oh, I already beat it." I was like, "What do you mean you beat it?" He's like, "Yeah, the next mission is repeating the first mission, and then I go back through all the missions again."
That's how I was like with Fallout 76 too. Like, it only took me like 5 hours to finish the main storyline.
Yeah.
Or whatever they were.
Moving on from that, speaking of BioWare,
Real quick though on that
you're good.
topic, it says we shot a damn car into space. We should be able to release a finished game.
facts, facts.
Make Elon Musk make video games.
I know, right? Stop making flamethrowers. Make some games.
Speaking of BioWare, a Mass Effect game, a new game, is in the works. So, will it actually ever happen? Who knows?
Probably
but
not. The company's gonna be dead by then.
probably. But that is rumored. Also rumored, Days Gone 2. The director and the creator of the game said that they have a lot of paths that they want to explore and a lot of different avenues that they want to go with this game. So you can definitely expect there to be another game.
Days Gone was alright.
I never
Wasn't
played that one
anything
either.
It is.
Crazy.
What game?
Days Gone.
Days Gone. I never play zombie games, so I don't really care.
It was alright.
James the only one that
Open
played it.
world Yeah, I streamed it on Mixer before. They said, "Fuck you, you're not allowed to stream on Mixer." anymore."
They said if it does come out, it wouldn't be too well after the PS5 is launched. With that, the last piece of gaming news I have, I didn't really read about it, Do you know more about the new update that's possibly coming with Call of Duty, James?
Cut
For
out.
what?
What
Right,
did
you
you say?
cut out
Yeah, you cut out.
The new update of Call of Duty. Did you read more into it?
Not really.
So they are going to be releasing a new map. And supposedly the map is a little smaller than the Battlefront, than the Black Ops 4 Battle Royale mode, indicating that they are doing a 100v100 player lobby.
Yo, that'd be awesome.
That'd be crazy.
It was rumored that this was to be
Mag?
done at
Coming
launch,
up.
but never did, as well as launching modes for solo and duos, like
So
more modes.
I'm really hoping if they do that, there isn't a time limit, because if there is, you're never finishing a match.
So
I hope it's a point based, because, like I said, you're never finishing a match, especially unless they keep that super randomized spawn, which I guess you realize could be fun anywhere. But like having 100 team, going into another 100 team, they'd have to be complete opposite sides of the map. Or if you spawn, you're dead instantly. That's just how it's gonna go. You're gonna have 50 people shoot at you.
the map that is rumored to be it is on that link that I posted. It looks absolutely huge.
I'm excited. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I've never played in that size, so I don't know personally.
You never got to play Mag?
Mm-mm.
Mag was great.
Mag was
256.
incredible.
Oh wow.
256 people battling it out on a battlefield, and I still have PTSD about it.
But they're releasing new guns, new everything. Essentially,
Mag
there
is
is
great.
100
it's
v
the-
100. Oh my
yeah,
god.
it's basically a battle royal mode map without the battle royal.
That makes me excited, because I'm tired of battle royales. I'm fucking over it. The craze came and left, in my
So-
opinion, at least.
Yeah. Fortnite's still hanging on, but it's not nearly as big as it was.
I'll tell you what. The thing I would be interested in is like an overall royale. Like if they could do like a mode like that, that'd be cool.
Overwatch,
Yeah.
that'd be
Just
interesting.
because I'm like actually getting more and more hardcore into Overwatch and the lore again. Like kind of fell into the rabbit hole of the lore, and I like it a lot. I think it's really cool. I think if a battle royale mode for anything would be that'd be neat.
Yeah, so we'll see. That is all rumored in the roadmap, but they said they 100% will follow. So
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yep,
Yeah.
we will see about that.
None
Call
of
of
these
Duty's
background
relatively been
speakers are
good.
the damn thing.
Yeah, because it got like 500 million people working on it.
Yeah.
besides
They have,
movie
like, 8
news,
teams.
because I know you had some movie news, James, and besides Xbox, anyone have any gaming news before I get to the award
I
shows?
do.
Guild looks cool. I can't wait for somebody to play that and let me know how it is.
You know what?
I hope they do something good with that. I hope it
You-
looks like it's gonna be fun.
You know what, Jeff? I'll buy Guilt. I'll buy Guilt on Friday. And I'll let you know how Guilt is. See if it's worth the $10 a month plus the price of admission for the game. So I have two quick things.
I feel like I had something else.
Oh, actually, well, 3 things, but those are 2 of them. I have 2 things that are news, 2 that are lists, but we can get those later if necessary. If we have time. Xbox is getting a shuffle button. So basically, if you've ever been in that situation, which we all have, I have too many games, I don't know what to play. You can hit the shuffle button, it'll randomly pick a game for you. That's
That is
in your
pretty cool.
collection.
I like that.
That is
So-
cool.
Gives you a chance to experience games you probably wouldn't have before, and also can help you out with your backlog too. Choose what to play in your backlog. And then also there is a new Yakuza 7 trailer. Real quick, game still looks great. Talk a little bit more about the story. It ended with Ichiban fighting Kiryu, or getting ready to fight Kiryu, the main character from the past 7 Yakuza games.
Nice.
So that got me a little giddy. Yeah, that was my gaming news.
I seen that. I you know when I saw that on there, I thought of you immediately. I was like, I bet dude's gonna be super excited about this.
Oh, I'm so hyped! I can't wait for the trash bag enemies to fight.
Anybody else have anything before I talk really quick about the gaming awards?
Have at it.
All right.
Yep, go for it.
So over the weekend there was 2 gaming awards: the Golden Glow Stick, Golden Glow Sticks, the Golden
Golden
Joystick Awards, which is the second largest gaming award show in the world. The first one, the number one, is next year. That wouldn't take place till like February.
What, the video game awards?
Yeah, that's not till like next year,
December.
isn't it? That was
December.
December. So going top down, best storytelling award went to Days Gone.
Really?
Yep.
That's a shocker.
Best multiplayer game, Apex Legends. The game you're still playing award, Minecraft,
Minecraft.
which makes sense. Best visual design, Devil May Cry 5.
Fantastic.
Best indie game, Outer Wilds.
Still need to play out. I'm buying an Xbox just for Outer Wilds. Hope you guys know
Esports
that.
Game of the Year, Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Best audio, Resident Evil 2, the remake.
Oh, it's good.
Best game expansion of the year, GTA 5 Online, the Diamond Casino Casino
Iceborne?
update. Nope.
It's pretty
Oh,
solid.
fuck off. Iceborne's better.
Best VR game, Saber Beat, or Beat Saber, sorry.
Beat Saber's good. Beat Saber's a lot.
Good old Saber beat.
Yeah. Best gaming hardware of the year, NVIDIA 20 series super graphics card.
Is
Interesting.
it the GTX or RTX?
It just says 20 series super graphics card.
Oh, super cards. Okay.
Best performer, Logan Marshall Green. I don't know who that is. Studio of the year, Epic Games.
Kojima production, if you ask me.
Best new streamer. We talked about her earlier. She's going to Mixer, Ewok. Breakthrough Award, House. I don't know what House is.
Oh,
I
they're the
think
people
game
that made
developer.
Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Honk.
Best mobile game. Best mobile game of the year, BTS World. BTS is a Korean boy band.
That's the K-pop band.
Yeah, that's the K-pop band, so they have their own game. Outstanding Contribution Award went to Life is Strange. PC Game of the Year, WoW Classic. PlayStation Game of the Year, Days Gone. Xbox Game of the Year, Gears 5. Nintendo Game of the Year, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yep.
Most Wanted Game of next year, Cyberpunk 2077. Critics' Choice Award, Control. I don't know what that is.
It's a game by Remedy. It's the sequel to it's in the same universe as Alan Wake and the other one.
The Gaming Lifetime
other one.
Achievement Award, Yu Suzuki.
Yu
Suzuki? I don't
Yeah.
know who that is.
He's the guy that made Yu Suzuki Mega Man. No. What the fuck?
What?
I know him.
Well, he's looking that up. The Game of the Year.
Shenmue.
What was it?
Yeah, Shenmue. He was part of the Sega AM2 crew
Ah,
that
okay.
did Virtual Fighter and stuff.
And obviously, this could change throughout the different gaming award shows because there's like 6. But according to the Golden Joystick, the Game of the Year for 2019, drum roll, Resident Evil 2, the remake.
Yeah.
Nice.
There is another award show, and I'll just quickly go through this one. The Esports Award show.
My boy.
Content Creator of the Year went to Craig Mini Lad Thompson. I don't know who that is.
Sure.
Esports Breakthrough Game of the Year, Smash Ultimate.
Go figure.
Sportscaster of the Year, Henry G. Gear.
My boy. He's great.
Coach of the Year, Danny. I don't know how to say his name. I'm going to butcher it. Best Game Partner of the Year, HyperX.
That's weird.
Console Player of the Year, Dominic McLean, Sonic Fox.
Sonic Fox, my boy.
Rookie of the Year went to Chris Lear, or Shimp is his name.
Shimp.
Cosplayer of the year went to Little Gem. Esports Game of the Year, League of Legends.
Go figure.
Esports Hardware Provider of the Year is Intel. The Esports Live Event of the Year, the League of Legends World Championship 2019. The
Yeah.
Esports Organization of the Year went to Team Liquid.
Liquid.
I don't know who that is. Esports PC Player of the Year went to Booga. For those who don't remember, he won the Fortnite World Championship. He also won Wookiee of the Year. Rookie, not Wookiee.
Wookiee of the year.
Yeah. Going all the way down, because I don't know any of these names. Esports Team of the Year, G2 Esports.
What
Who?
was that?
Esports Team of the Year, G2 Esports, League of Legends.
G2 is one of the top league teams.
Streamer of the Year, Mr. Dr. Disrespect himself.
Yes, because I love my esports. He does all the best esports content.
Ninja didn't even come in the top 5, I guess.
That mixer move's really paying off for you, bud.
So kind of depends what you guys want to do now at this point. So I have the list. I have the anime shows based off video games, the best-selling games of October, which I know both of you guys had. And the movie news, or we can go right into the XO19.
Why don't we kill what, Nate?
Can I go over my news by chance?
I said that earlier, so did anybody have anything? No one said anything. Yeah, go
No,
ahead.
I thought we were talking about like gaming related specifically. This kind of like internet related.
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
Okay, go ahead.
what's
yeah.
no? What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say let's just punch out the Nintendo games real quick.
Oh yeah,
The
go for it.
October's eShop games. So this was actually a little bit of a shocker if you ask me personally. So here are the top 30 eShop games of October. So number 1 is Fortnite. Then my boy Honk Honk the game. Luigi's Mansion 3, which is impressive because Luigi's Mansion came out on October 31st. And
That's
it was
good.
the 3rd best-selling eShop game. Minecraft at number 4, Overwatch at number 5, Breath of the Wild at 6, still holding strong. 7 is Link's Awakening. 8 is Smash Bros. 9 is Dragon Ball FighterZ. 10 is Cuphead. 11 is Bastion. 12 is Asphalt 9 Legends. 13 is Taiko Drum Master, Drum and Fun. I'm not going to say the Japanese name. 14 is Stardew Valley. 15 is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. 16 is Transistor. 17 is Rocket League. 18 is Castle Crashers Remastered. 19 is Super Kirby Clash. 20 is Witcher 3. 21 is Fire Emblem 3 Houses, the Golden Deer. 22 is Dragon Quest 11S. 23 is Crypt of the Necrodancers. 24 is Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. 25 is Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast. 26 is Anodyne. Anodyne. 27 is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, still going strong. 28 is Revenge of the Bird King. 29 is Hat in Time. And number 30 is Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Trilogy.
Nice. And what was that list?
The top 30 eShop games of October 2019
Got it. And
for
then
Nintendo.
well, going off of that, Mark, do you want to do the list that you had that also includes eShop plus actual hard copies sold? Or do you want me to do it?
Yeah, let me find it real quick. If you want to do it, you're more than welcome to.
Okay. So going with what he added plus the hard copies, number 20, Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is the top-selling games of every console, every format, everything. Number 20,
Of just Nintendo or of
every
all
console.
consoles?
Every
Okay.
console's every version, not just the digital.
Okay, mine was just Nintendo.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. No, this is every console. Number 20, the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That's just crazy. That's number 20. Red Dead Redemption 2, Code Vayne. 17 Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. 16 Overwatch. Good job for them. I don't recall Overwatch ever being on these lists. 15 Mortal Kombat 11. 14 GTA 5. 13 Minecraft. 8 Super Mario Kart. 11 Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Number 10 Ring Fit Adventure.
Nice.
There's a lot of Nintendo Switch games on here. Good job,
Yeah.
Nintendo. Number 9, Borderlands 3. 8, FIFA 20. 17, WWE 2K20.
I'm sorry.
6, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. 5, NBA 2K20. 4, Madden. 3, Luigi's Mansion. 2, The Outer Worlds. 1, which is now the number 1 selling game of 2019, Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Jeez.
Solid.
So those are the top overall selling games of October 2019. And that's what I have. Nate, what do you got?
All right. So, I
Let's
mean,
keep this short.
if you
we're
want
gonna
to
get
keep
up.
if you want to keep it short, I mean,
You got 10 seconds.
I can just not go over it during this one. We can go over it to the next one, or like when we have more time.
We're just
Let's
fucking with
actually
you.
do that. No, let's actually do that.
Ah,
'cause we
okay.
still got XO19 that we have to do.
That's true.
Because like I'd like for this one to actually get like
We need some breathing room first.
coverage,
Me-
and like
me
Got
if
it.
James
me
is
and-
down next time, maybe we can like team up and actually like
Yeah, it's about YouTube. And
yeah
stuff,
this
So
Got it.
me and Nate need a little bit of breathing room for this.
yeah.
For before we get to XO19, just kind of throwing this out there, if anyone's interested in the Today in History stuff, research this week in history in general for video games, because in the past this week was a very popular week for video game launches.
A ton of Sonic games came out on the 16th
So
throughout the years.
for anyone who likes like the Today in History type stuff, video game wise, this was a very big week in the video game world, including this month back in 2004. They say is the most popular month in gaming history, just based on what was released. So go do a little research on that. It's actually pretty interesting. So, but now for the main event. Let's get ready to rumble.
We're not going to talk about movies.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to talk about the Uncharted movie.
Or Sonic in the
or
redevelopment.
Sonic.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
All right, Sonic looks a lot better. Moving on.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
haven't
Probably going to be
Good
trash.
job. That's better.
if you haven't seen the trailer, go see it. It looks a million times better.
Yeah, a million times better. The movie still is probably going to be trash.
I mean, I feel like it'll
I
be
hope
decent.
not.
I'm
I
gonna,
hope
I'm gonna
not.
see it. It's not gonna be as anywhere near as good as Detective Pikachu.
Probably not, but I
But
think it'll do way better though.
Well, I
So what if it
mean,
is though?
If it is, I will be pleasantly surprised.
It'll be awesome. But if you put the pictures of old Sonic next to new Sonic,
Night and
there
day.
it's
New Sonic looks
staggering difference.
old Sonic looks like a nightmare. Like it's
Well, I mind you, definitely
Looks
like
like a
Jim Carrey's
monster.
probably gonna carry the movie.
it's
You
who?
think?
Jim Carrey's definitely gonna carry them. It's Jim fucking Carrey. I mean, maybe
I
it's
don't
just
know
me.
about that one.
He's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, but he hasn't
He's
been
just
in.
not Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
He hasn't been
First
relevant.
of all,
Dr. Robotnik.
It's hard for me to
The whole-
suspend
He's not
my
Eggman.
disbelief when in my brain I got Dr. Robotnik as a Danny DeVito looking creature.
Yeah.
No, like, I don't
And
disagree.
this whole
Not that
time I'm
Eggman.
watching fucking I'm watching The Mask.
Oh yeah.
I'm
My
watching
thing
Ace
is, like,
Ventura.
This entire movie is already off the rails because it's Sonic coming to Earth and then Dr. Robotnik not knowing what this is, but like, as
And his
far as I
rings are
know-
teleportation devices.
And I've watched the old Sonic cartoons a lot back when fucking oh my god, Wegmans had a movie section. I would get the VHSs of Sonic all the fucking time.
I
I was a big
I
Sonic
watch
fan.
Sonic X all the time on Foxbox.
I
I
watch
was
it
just
too.
about to make a comment about Fox having Sonic.
The thing is that the storyline doesn't make any sense.
No.
but I feel like it's gonna be a fun, comedic
sure.
little movie,
I'm sure.
and it's gonna be decent. And Jim Carrey, regardless of what he's in, I have yet to see a bad film.
Just gotta remember
Yeah.
the
You
voice
cut
of
out, but I
Sonic.
know what you said.
I just gotta think of the voice of Sonic. I got ran over by a Lexus. So
Is he still the same guy?
yeah, he's still the same voice.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have to watch it of a preview again. I forgot that dude was playing that role.
Yeah.
I love that dude as an
John
actor.
Ralphio, baby.
You're
I
right.
don't know who that is.
Parks and
man, he got ran
Recreation.
over by Alexis.
Never
bro.
watched that show.
Oh, get the fuck outta
He
here.
knows the guy. He knows the guy. He's
Office is
gentle.
better.
Oh, of course, but
Oh yeah, no, Parks and Recreation is still hilarious though. But
John
there's a-
Ralphio pulls from that vein of The Office. This is so funny.
Yeah, no, he's a hilarious dude. Yeah, he's still the voice. Go ahead. I got a couple new movie things. James, you go first.
So the Uncharted movie has been in development hell for forever.
10 years.
Yeah. Tom Holland is gonna play Nathan Drake. They have their Sully though. Mark Wahlberg, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
I think that's gonna be decent.
Here's a little fun fact. The Uncharted movie has been in development hell for so long. Mark Wahlberg was originally going to play Nate Drake.
And then he got too old.
Yeah. He was originally slated to play as Nathan Drake.
And then it's been so long. It's been through like 5 directors.
Yep,
I think Tom's too young.
he is. If it's a younger, well, same
Well,
with
it
Mark
is.
Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg's too young too. If this is like in
Really?
between like that flashback, well, Sully's like in his 60s.
I thought Sully was like 55.
Is he really?
50,
like he-
55, I thought.
He's an
Mark
older
Wahlberg
gentleman.
doesn't look that old though.
No,
No, he
doesn't.
doesn't.
But yeah, if it's in between that one flashback segment in 4 and 1, that it would make sense.
Who would be appropriate then? Like Harrison Ford or something?
I
Maybe.
can see Harrison. Yeah, Harrison Ford.
Mel Gibson.
Mel
God,
Gibson.
it's
fuck
gonna
Mel
be
Gibson.
What's that dude from Face Off? Give me that guy.
Nick
Man.
Cage.
Nick Cage.
Nick
Nick
Cage.
Cage needs to not
John
be in movies.
Travolta.
No.
Nick Cage is great. Get the fuck out of here. Mandy was
False.
a great movie.
No.
Not Mandy. Yeah, Mandy.
Honestly, what they
National
need to
treasure.
do, like, truthfully, 100%, at least in my opinion, they absolutely need to have Nolan North play Sully.
Oh,
Well,
that'd
I
be a
mean,
great nod. That would be a
Yeah.
great like little thing.
That'd be
There's
great
a-
because and I don't know. Obviously, James is familiar because he knew the bat.
That's
I don't know if you three know, but Nolan North is the voice actor for Nathan Drake, and Nolan North is a little bit older.
And a great voice actor.
Oh yeah,
I don't,
one of
I
the
don't
one of
know
the
why,
best.
but that triggered a thing in my brain. I was watching the Xbox stuff that was happening. There's a game coming out that reminds me of Bill and Ted's Bogus Adventure.
The new one coming out.
Yeah, what is that called? Anybody else know what I'm talking about? It's like a guitar.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we don't need
It's
to
a
talk about it.
guitar.
Yeah, there's
yeah,
a guitar
it
involved.
was the one that I think I called a guitar, and it's weird.
A guitar. and it's
Doesn't it
weird.
remind you of
my
like Bill and
notes.
Ted?
Yeah, kind of.
Has like that
Um,
vibe to it.
A couple other really
Alright.
quick movie things. The Joker passed $1 billion.
Yay.
Good for them.
Still fucking going hard.
I
No
still
one-
haven't seen it. I want to see it super
It's
bad.
good.
No one expected it to hit that mark, and it definitely
I-
now it did. Which
I
now
only
they
crossed paths. Go ahead.
No, what are you saying?
Finish. I only crossed paths with one person that said they didn't really care for it.
Yeah, it was certified on Rotten Tomatoes, but then lost its certification because more people were getting too attached to it and like didn't like the connotation behind it. So,
I don't speak wrong, so I haven't heard anyone say anything bad about it yet.
but so yeah, that is the first and probably only rated R movie that will pass $1 billion. No other movie has come
yeah.
close, other than Deadpool, which was only hit 820 million.
Which is
So-
surprising because it is Marvel.
Speaking of Marvel, the Russo brothers are making a Marvel versus DC movie.
No,
it-
no.
It is a documentary dating back the history of DC versus Marvel and going through the comparisons and the different characters that are similar and different. It's going to be a docu-series. It's expected. It's supposed to release next April.
Wow.
So
It's
that
not an
movie-
actual movie, but it's
Okay,
a
so-
documentary.
Documentary.
That movie better end with what I'm expecting it to end with, being Deathstroke and Deadpool. That better be like the fucking finale, because that is the most ripped off character in the history of comic books.
It's gonna end with, and now we present Marvel buying DC, and everyone claps, and then that's it. Then
That
the
was-
stage, then the curtains close.
That could never happen, just because of like the comic books and whatnot.
It basically
hope
is a
it doesn't, at least.
docu-series exploring the
Amen.
rivalry between DC and Marvel, comparing the characters, the likeliness, and the similarities and differences between all of them, tracking the rise of the two groundbreaking creative companies and what directions they went. So we will see what that brings. Last thing about them is that Kevin Feige said that the shows that are coming up to Disney Plus about Marvel, like the Falcon and all that stuff, will play roles in the future movies. So basically, there'll be key pieces that if you don't watch those shows, you'll miss in the movies. They said
But I'll watch the
unlike the shows that are out now, like Luke Cage and all that stuff, they don't have nothing to do with the movies. These ones
Punisher.
will. Punisher, yeah.
I'm very excited for that. I think that's gonna be a really cool way to do things.
The entire cast of Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 will be in Mortal Kombat 3. It's been 22 years since the original Mortal Kombat, and the reboot is starting to gain more traction as they now have a producer and all of the confirmed people from the original one. Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Sang Shung, Sandra Blade, Kino, Lax, Liu Kane, Melina. Essentially every single character will be added to this Mortal Kombat 3, or reboot, as some are calling it, which is slated for 2021.
I think that's gonna be pretty okay.
So we'll see what happens there. Black Adam was announced by The Rock, will be released in 2021. As well as the last thing I have, hashtag release the Snyder Cut was trending worldwide again yesterday. #1 most trend thing, as Gal Gadot tweeted hashtag release the Snyder Cut, putting more pressure on Warner Brothers to release the version of the movie that people wanted to see that was never released. So
Hashtag release the good version of the movie.
the Justice League, for those who don't know what I'm talking about. And now, no one has anything else. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Let's-
children of all ages,
Let's
It is
strap
now.
in.
time for your main event. What?
XO19 sponsored by Fortnite.
Hashtag Xbox. Hashtag Microsoft.
Sponsored by Fortnite.
Exactly.
All right, so it started off with a Fortnite ad because why not? Then it started with a kid playing at a construction site, acting like a Jedi as actual like construction workers were pretending to be stormtroopers. That's really safe. Jedi Fallen Order. They showed off a new trailer for Jedi Fallen Order launch trailer. Basically, you can get a Darth Maul dual-bladed lightsaber, which is pretty cool. Then they showed off Rare's new game called Everwild. I am not going to lie. I kind of looked away for most of this and didn't really catch it. All I know it's a new IP from Rare. Cell shade graphics. There's animals and humans in it.
The graphics remind me of The Legend of Zelda.
Wind Waker.
Yeah, it's like that's kind of like the graphics kind
Cell
of
shaded.
esque, very cartoony.
Mhm.
But supposedly they're hyping it to be just as successful as Sea of Thieves. So we shall
So
see.
not successful at first, and then wait a year and it becomes a thing. Got it. Then Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the game, aka Grounded, the new Obsidian game.
That one I look
Uh,
forward to. That one looks fun.
We're all kind of excited about it. It seems pretty cool. Basically, it's a survival game where you're a child shrunk down to the size of an ant. Actually, a little bit smaller because you fight ants. Building and stuff. It's going to be on Game Pass Going to be available for Xbox Game Preview first, and then we'll be
Don't copy me,
releasing-
Nate.
You caused this.
And then it's going to be on Game Pass probably later on that year. It's coming out spring 2020. It ended with a big spider, and I didn't like it. Then they showed off West of the Dead, which is a top-down isometric shooter. Stars Ron Perlman, takes place in Wyoming in 1888. Dude looks like Ghost Rider.
Did
Looks
anybody?
nice.
I know. I will admit I didn't like the fact that it was a Ghost Rider character. If they would have made him, dude, if they would have taken the direction, actually, James, you might appreciate this. If they would have taken the direction of like, let's say, what's that? Oh my God, Alucard. What's
Oh,
that anime?
Oh, fucking Castlevania.
Castlevania.
Nope. No.
Yes, that's where
Older
Alucard
than
is.
that. I know, but before Alucard. Well, no. All right. So take not gaming, but comic book and anime style. What was the name of that anime with the
Hellsing?
character? No. Alucard. That's Dracula. Alucard is the main character in it. It's an anime.
All
It's a
I can
comic.
think of is Castlevania with Alucard.
The main character is a vampire, but oh my gosh, how can I not remember this? He turns into like a crazy wolf creature.
Helsing? Like Van
Is it
Helsing?
Hellsing? It's like one of the most popular vampire manga anime there is. What is it?
There's Hellsing. Hellsing is
Yeah,
a.
it's
I think I'm
Probably
thinking of Hellsing. I think I'm thinking of Hellsing. Yeah, the character is
Castlevania.
Alucard is his
He's
name.
not the main character though. Because Hellsing's the main character.
Isn't it the organization?
Alucard's one character.
Yes, he is the one character in it.
Well,
but
yeah,
like,
I guess Alucard is technically the main
And it-
character. Alucard.
digressing. I think if they would have made that character like a preacher character, like almost
Oh,
like
that'd be
the
cool.
yeah,
I'll
like the
dig that.
character from Trigun, the the other dude, the one that carries the big cross around.
Yeah, or
I think-
like fucking A man.
I know, right?
It was a old DOS first person shooter that basically was Wild West but with where you killed demons. It was made on the Doom engine. Fuck. Yeah.
I think if
no
they would have
one's-
made
no
it,
one's
I
gonna
think
know what that is.
I did. I will admit, the game looked awesome, but I did not like that hell. I did not like the character. I did not like the skull, the flaming skull character. They would have made it something that was a little bit more old school Western esque. I would have appreciated it more personally.
Yeah. I'm just excited for Ron Perlman.
Mm.
He's great. So let's talk about Sea of Thieves a little bit. The new Seabound
Yeah.
Souls
Mhm.
update.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
The new update's gonna include a tall tale story, which they said if you play it right, can take upwards of 2 months to do every single piece of it.
Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious?
Yeah, it's a very intuitive
Very
story.
in-depth
I don't know
story.
if I could
It's
handle
crazy.
2 months of trying to solve these damn puzzles.
Well, there's
riddles,
multiple
segments
missions
to it.
in one thing. Because you know how you enter the tavern and there's that dude with the book? That you have to go do that mission? We technically never finished that because there's like 6 more parts to it. But we can't go to that anymore because that has now turned, will turn
As
into
usual,
this.
you're cutting out on all the most crucial parts,
What?
Walker.
No,
Are you guys talking about TNT?
No, you know how you go to the tavern
No,
and there's that book?
Yeah, it's with next to the ghost looking dude,
storyteller guy.
the
The
evil
dude,
looking
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, that.
That Stranger, yeah.
Who finished that with us? Who all did that?
Sure wasn't me.
I mean, I did part of it.
No, yeah, we
did both
started it. I don't
times.
think we ever finished it.
We
Yeah.
finished one part of it, but I don't remember who I was with.
I think it was.
Yeah,
before.
I think we did. Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
did finish one part of it.
Yeah,
There's
there was,
more
there's like
steps.
I know I
5
was
more
there.
pieces to that story.
I know
Jeez.
when I was with y'all, we got to this ship, and
But
then
you guys got distracted
bunch
and
of
went and
shit.
go sit on, went and sat on chairs.
Yo, that was fucking
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
What?
Yeah,
So you guys
You
never got
came
to
too.
finish. No, I wasn't there. James was.
I was.
I left, and then you guys
That's when we made
found
it.
that crew.
That's-
Oh, that
that's
was
when
with
we made a
Mitchell.
bunch of friends. Yeah, that was with Mitchell. We made
Yeah.
a bunch of friends.
There we go.
Yeah, I never did that part. But yeah, this is the same concept, except if you want to complete every story, they said it could take upwards of 2 months based on how fast you complete them.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
So they said you want storytelling. This is storytelling.
This is storytelling.
It looks like it is. It's this whole. There's a whole thing to it.
And who's
It looks
excited
fun.
to fucking throw fire at each other?
I
Not
am.
me. That shit
Can't
makes me
wait to
mad.
eat fire at
That makes me
everything.
so mad, bro.
Fire on my sleeve.
I don't look forward to
Fire on
that.
my
I don't
sleeve
like.
too,
I don't
you
look
know.
forward to my ship being caught on fire personally. 'Cause
Yeah,
I know that's gonna happen. Our ship is gonna cut you, and we're not gonna know how to. We're not gonna know how to do it, and we're not gonna know how to put it out, and our ship's gonna
Guys,
get caught on fire,
Who's
and we're gonna be
who's
mad because the
ex-
whole thing is gonna catch on fire.
who's excited for the new arena customization or cosmetic options?
I don't think any of us have played Arena.
We never
No.
play arena.
None of us.
I want to though. I do want to. I want to get better at fighting other ships. It makes me mad that we're there's a team of 4 of us and one guy comes jumping on our boat. That's unacceptable to me, man. We need to play more of these battle royale pieces so that we can get better at fighting off foes.
Agreed.
Well, hey, maybe
Please,
on
come on,
November
this-
20th when this launches, we can hop into the arena.
I want to. I want to take out some ships. I want to be a warrior. It's supposed to be a lot like Guns of Icarus. I mean, the game itself is when you're
Yeah.
fighting against another ship,
Yeah.
but I want to face other ships just
Yeah.
to display our
Our dominance.
the
Our
level
friendship.
unlocked dominancy. Yes,
Our
exactly.
friendship.
Yes, our friendship
Yeah.
will be leveled via the outcome of our ability to take out other ships. For example, if we can't take out any other ships, then fuck you guys. I'm not your friends anymore. Like, so
But yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's called the Seabound Souls update.
See about what?
Seabound Souls.
He's eating his
Ooh.
mic and it still cuts out.
Yeah.
I love it.
no, I don't know why that happened.
Munching that.
I don't know. Yeah, Seabound Souls.
I look forward to it. It looks like
Yep.
it's gonna be fun.
All right.
We should
What-
consider a night of the week we do that.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. By the way, you can use the fire bombs to throw or as cannonballs.
Yeah, I seen on the Xbox thing they somebody threw it at somebody.
Yeet. All right. So
Yeah.
let's speed through this because it's like 12:30.
I try to kill you guys all the time and it never works.
So Rust is coming out for Xbox. Coming
For
out in
some reason.
2020. Yeah, for some reason. Kart Rider Drift is a Mario Kart clone that's apparently been around for 15 years. It's going to be free to play, so there's going to be a lot of microtransactions. Closed beta starts on December 5th. Bleeding Edge, the new Overwatch killer from Ninja Theory 4v4 multiplayer game we saw.
I
in
didn't see
E3.
that one.
It's coming out March 24th, and it will have crossplay. Planet Coaster is coming to the Xbox summer 2020. That's the roller coaster tycoon spiritual successor. Tell Me Why is a game by Don't Nod, who made by the Life is Strange studio. Don't Nod takes place. There's a lot of snow in it. It's about twins coming out in the summer. The Artful Escape is a side scroller that takes place in like 72. That's the one that you said, Jeff, that looks like Bill and Ted.
Mm-hmm.
Use a guitar to do things. I guess you play music across the galaxy. They talked a lot about the xCloud. Works on phones and tablets. 2020 coming to Windows 10. Will support multiple Bluetooth controllers, including DualShock, which the crowd oohed and awed about. That was like risque. So
New
next year, it's coming to Canada, Japan, and a few other countries around the world. EA is a huge supporter of it. And then in 2020, you can stream games that you own. And then later on that year, Game Pass games will be available for streaming as well. Talked about some Black Friday deals. Don't really care. Yakuza 0, Kiwami 2 coming to Game Pass in early 2020. I was going to do a bet that I was super butthurt about it, only to say that I japed y'all. But since it's late, I don't have the time to do that. Drake's Hollow. All the people that are upset about Yakuza coming to Xbox, get off. Just stop stroking your micro penis. Fucking
Yeah.
actually enjoy something, you pieces of shit, and let other people enjoy it. You
You
entitled
heckin'
fuck-
nerds.
you entitled fucking twats. Drake's Hollow is building stuff. There's some weird plant creatures and it has multiplayer. That's all that I wrote for that. Halo Reach Remastered, Master Chief Collection, and Halo Reach Remastered are coming to PC on December 3rd. So that's cool. Can't wait for that. Flight Simulator looks incredible. Can't wait for it to melt graphics cards all around the world. Age of Empires 4 was a huge shock that they showed off some of the gameplay of that. I thought it was just Age of Empires 2 remastered. Looks unbelievable. Great looking graphics. Takes place in the medieval era, and the only 2 factions they've announced so far are the Mongols and the English. Crossfire X had a really good trailer with X Gon Give It To Ya playing in the background. It's a free to play FPS. So this was actually really weird. It's like Counter-Strike, reminds me of Counter-Strike. But so 3 companies are making it. You have Smilegate in South Korea making it. The multiplayer. Remedy, the company that made they originally made like Max Payne and stuff, and they also did the like Control and stuff. They're out in Finland, so they're making the single player. And then Xbox Game Studios in Seattle is also helping out with it. So that's crazy. Coming out in 2020. Last Stop is apparently Twin Peaks-like, taking place in London. There's some body swapping shenanigans that go on to it. And that's coming out soon. Another Fortnite ad to get us ready for Minecraft Dungeons, coming out April 2020. Nothing really crazy about it. Drop-in, drop-out co-op, which they showed off. Some puzzles, procedurally generated dungeons, all that kind of good stuff. Square games are coming to Game Pass. Fuck ton of Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or, well, not 11. 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 2, 12, 13, 13, 2, Lightning Returns, and 15 are all coming to Game Pass in 2020.
As well as they said 14 will be coming as well.
When did they say that?
There was an article that it will be released to get people geared up for Final Fantasy next year.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that in, the 3 people that buy it.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts as well.
Hearts 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8 are all coming to Xbox in 2020 for Game Pass as well. Game Pass members can get 3 months of, you can get 3 months for $1 with Xbox Game Pass. That doesn't apply to any of us. You could also get, I do believe, 3 months of EA Access as well, or a year of EA Access, 6 months of Spotify Premium, and 3 months of Discord Nitro, all for signing up for Game Pass. Speaking of Game Pass, new games coming to Game Pass: Rage 2, Lego Ninjagos, Remnant, Talos, Principle, Planetfall, Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, Witcher 3, Darksiders 3, Halo Reach, My Friend Pedro, Life is Strange 2, The Yakuzis, The Final Fantasies, The Flight Sims, The Bleeding Edge, Grounded, Wasteland 3, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and Minecraft Dungeon. Showed up some stuff of ID at Xbox, Skatebird, which is a skateboarding game where you're a bird, Streets of Rage 4, and a fuck ton more, all available on Game Pass. There's 3 months free, or 3 months of Game Pass for $1. Get 1 month of EA Access free, 6 months of Spotify Premium. Phil Spencer is here. He talked about Ewok. Who the fuck was that? We explained it. And they're coming to Mixer. Wasteland 3 to close out the show. Don't need to play the other 2. That's made by the original Fallout devs. It's a lot like the original Fallouts. There's 500,000 lines of dialogue, all fully voice acted. The music director is actually the music director for the Quentin Tarantino movies, which is cool. Takes place in Colorado, post-apocalyptic. There was a shitty cover of Land of Confusion that played during it. You got co-op coming out May 19th, and to end the show, we had Fortnite ad because this show is sponsored by Fortnite.
As well as they added stormtroopers into the game, if you didn't know. Going back to the xCloud.
Go on, give it to you.
So, quick comparison of games.
I seriously did that whole thing in like 15 minutes.
Oh, it was good.
Impressive. That's impressive.
The games that are available on xCloud compared to what is on the Stadia. xCloud currently has 50 games.
A lot more. As opposed to now 22.
Yes. Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, Brothers, The Hunter, Call of the World, Call of the Wild, Ace Combat, Raid, Soul Calibur 6, Tekken 7, WCR 7, Devil May Cry 5, F1 2019, For the Kid, Absolver, Madden, Vampire, Conan Exiles, Mutant Year Zero, Hitman, Mark of the Ninja Remastered, Dead Island, Hera, World War Z, Black Desert, Sniper Elite 4, Just Cause 4, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, World of Final Fantasy, Maxima, Ark, Borderlands The Handsome Collection, WWE 2K20, Overcooked, Yoki's Island Express, Battle Chasers, Darksiders, Hello Neighbor, which is fun. World of Tanks, World of Warships, Crackdown, Forza, Gears of War 5, Halo 5, Halo Wars 2, Hellblade, Killer Instinct, Ori and the Blind Forest, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay, The Bird's Tale 4.
Bard's Tale.
Bard's Tale, yeah.
Bird's tail.
Yeah.
Bard's Tale.
That has a lot wider array of games for all different kinds of genres. You got third person shooters on there. You got RPGs. You got MMOs. You got fighting games. You got dungeon crawlers. You got action adventure. You got pretty much everything in there. Side scrollers.
So yeah, you got quite a bit of games, and that's coming to the xCloud, which is awesome.
Yep.
So that is essentially, in a nutshell,
That's a podcast.
XO19.
And I think that's a podcast as well.
Yeah.
Just we're at 2 hours 40 minutes.
Too
Today
short.
does not feel that long.
It doesn't.
No.
Alright,
Uh,
guys,
go ahead.
Walker, what were you gonna say? Oh,
Uh,
releases. Fuck.
I said we
Yeah.
got releases.
Really quick, do you want me to run through that anime game thing?
Go for it while I look up releases.
So,
I got them
quick list.
if needed.
Best
I got it.
10 anime TV shows based on video games. What do you guys think some are? Anime TV shows based on video games.
Anime shows based
I have
on games?
not even a single.
I know a lot of
I
games
don't.
based on shows, but not many shows based on games.
Yokai Watch.
I would imagine there was probably a Resident Evil series at some point.
What?
Number 10. Cantina Collection. Cantina. Kantai. Kanta.
Kantai Collection.
Kantai Collection. That's number 10. I don't know what that is. Number 9.
I like how you waited.
Oh no,
For,
you
like,
turned
mere
turned
need
around.
to-
I didn't know what you were doing.
Right, yeah, everybody looked at
Calendars.
you, James.
Number 9, God Eater.
What? Is that accurate?
Number 9, God Eater.
I don't know if that's perfectly accurate.
Like, what do you mean? Like, one came out before the other?
Yeah.
No, I think God Eater did come out. Then anime did come out of God Eater later on. Like it was after the game came out.
Number 8, Sinren Kajira.
Senran Kagura.
Kagura? Yeah. I don't know what that is either.
Boobs, the fighting / massaging / Splatoon ripoff game. Boobs.
That's funny.
So this
Uh,
is
Boobs.
a game that is based on a show, correct?
Anime
Show that's
shows that
on
are
a
based
game.
on a game.
Oh, fucking. Well, it's probably not going to be on there, but never mind.
Fate Night or Stay
Yep.
Night.
Yeah.
Ultimate
yeah.
Blade Works. The Fate series.
I hope the anime we talked about is on there, James. I wonder if it's going to be.
Valkyrie Chronicles is number
Oh.
6.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was a Valkyrie Chronicles anime.
Number 5, Gungrave.
Oh yeah, Gungrave.
Number 4, Persona 4.
Yep, Persona 4 the animation not as good as the game. Same with P5 the animation, not as good as the game.
Number 3, Pokemon.
Okay.
Number 2, Steins Gate.
Steins Gate.
I don't know what that is either. And number
I've heard of
1,
those.
Castlevania.
So when was this released?
Is Castlevania done? Did they finish that game or that movie or that show?
No, not yet.
It's still active.
Netflix
Today.
is working on it, aren't they?
This was released today.
Yeah.
Katsugeke Token Ranbu should have been on there because apparently that's like a.
Yeah. Well, it's obscure over here.
That's fair.
so
You'd
that-
think fucking Senran Kaguya would have been semi-obscure over here.
It's very obscure. It's the boobs.
That's fan service. I gotcha.
People like boobs.
So what do we got, James, for coming out this week?
Railroad Corporation comes out on the PC today. Then Munchkin Quacked Quest comes out on the Switch and PS4 tomorrow, the 19th. Football Manager 2020 comes out on the 19th. Golem comes out on the 19th. Shenmue 3 comes out finally after 100 million years. We can get a shitty Yakuza knockoff on 19th as well. Unicorn Princess, what the fuck that is. Narcos comes out on the 19th. World Rallycross Championship, or World Rallycross 8 comes out on the 19th. Still There comes out on the 20th. Black Future 88 comes out on the 21st. Asterix and Obelix Double XL 3 comes out on the 21st. If to all of our UK listeners, they might enjoy that. Farmers Dynasty, another fucking farm simulator ripoff, comes out on the 21st. Thief of Thieves Season 1 comes out on the 21st. Narcos again on the 22nd. Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts comes out on the 22nd. Civ 6 comes out on the 22nd. Another fucking SD Gundam game? Jesus Christ, didn't that die? That comes
That's
out
next
on
week.
the 20... is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Fuck it. There's another SD Gundam game. SD Gundam sucks.
I
Yeah.
like it. Oh, and Frozen 2 comes out this week, by the way.
Cool.
And so does the Google Stadia. Bum, bum, bum.
Neat.
Well, gents and ladies, for those who are watching are women, so thank you for your. That is a cast of the pod.
Oh man.
Yep.
So where can we find you guys? What are you guys going to be doing? How are you going to be playing with yourself? Which direction? What do we got going on?
Huh?
Exactly. Start with you, James.
Yeah.
Uh,
James. What do you got
yeah.
going on this week?
Well, I'm going to be definitely playing more off stream. It's Death Stranding. More Death Stranding. I'm also going to be playing more Fire Emblem too. Twitch.tv/P8Studios, YouTube.com/P8Studios if you want to. Yakuza 0 and Final Fantasy 7. We are also looking at doing another game because, as we explained last time, Animadan's a piece of shit, and no one should do an LP of it. So submit your suggestions to @PeopleIHate10 on Twitter.
Oh, James. There's a
What?
website called
Yeah.
Straw Poll. Are you familiar with Straw Poll?
Yeah, I'm familiar with Straw Poll.
Yeah, you should drop a straw poll.
Straw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll see. I'll
Yeah.
gauge the fans.
Yeah.
See what they want. Suggest what they suggest first. I got a few ideas in hand,
Hello,
but
viewer.
I
Okay.
don't know. Who wants to go next?
I will.
Schroeder.
Yeah, I'm gonna be finishing up Cuphead this week, and then I probably will be putting a straw poll together of I'll drop it on the Twitch channel somewhere in the bottom area of what to play next. Cause I'm thinking maybe Hello Neighbor. I like that style of game.
Jeff, you saw that link I posted in the Discord about that one website.
You should
Right.
play Getting Over It.
Over it?
Yeah, Getting Over It.
Is that the?
Bendy.
Is that the?
That's the guy with the hammer. It's like,
Yeah, I know what you're
minutes
talking
shit.
about. Yeah, maybe I'll play that one. Yeah.
it's like $6.
Um,
It's pretty cheap.
Oh, that is pretty cheap. Yeah, I don't know. So I got a couple ideas for this week, but Tuesday I'm doing the Holy Technical Tuesday, where I'll probably just work on overlays and work on the channel and stuff. If anybody wants to come and hang out, ideally I'd like to talk about stream stuff. So like what you're doing to grow your audience, what strategies people are doing, and just like different tools available to us as producers, I guess you could say. And then Wednesday, I might pick up the Cuphead. Thursday, we got our Brawl. We didn't do anything last week, so I'm definitely looking forward to this coming up week. And then Friday, my buddy Acid is trying to get Fallout going again, Fallout Fridays.
Nice.
So we have a buddy that we used to play with all the time, and he still plays. So we're thinking, and we haven't been in touch with him for a while. So we're thinking
still
about.
plays, yeah.
That's exactly what we're talking about. We're thinking then maybe Mark, you can join us. We're gonna find him and then just like fuck with him for a second. So that would be great if all three of us were to just run up on his base and be like, ha! So I don't know, just some
Gotcha,
fun
bitch.
stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know exactly what, but I plan on being productive this week. So 11-ish, 10-ish, technically 10, but Lord knows. So somewhere between 10 and 11. We're planning on going live Eastern Standard Time and then just rolling until we're ready to be done.
Nice.
So that's always open invitation for the most part. Discord on the Twitch stream here. Other than that, I don't know if I got anything else really rolling. I've been a lot more active on Twitter, so if you guys want, it would be really nice if you guys were to follow me on there. Splash Green G on the Twitters. It gives me an excuse to actually do stuff with that. But other than that, I don't think I have a lot else going on. I do have a project, and after our show tonight, I want after the show tonight, and we'll drop more details if we get people that are interested in doing it. But essentially, I have a project that if any of you guys are willing, it's actually going to be a competition. So we'll talk about that after the show, and then it's between us right now. But we'll see what's up with that, and then maybe post some information on it to see if anybody else wants to join in it. But it just depends on what you guys think. But other than that, I don't think I have really anything else going on this week. I'm going to try to be more organized with stuff and really put a lot of focus into, I want to actually go through one thing at a time, like Facebook, the Twitch, the YouTube, the Patreon. I want to go through each one of those things and maybe even stream a little bit of it, of trying to optimize that stuff. Or maybe that's what we'll do on the Tuesday night shows, is just try to optimize things. And in the meantime, while the show is going, we'll talk and figure out, or, discuss different strategies. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff coming up, but it's just going to take some time to get it all put together.
Good shit, man. Good shit. What about you, Mark?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too crazy. I plan on streaming sometime this week. I don't really know what,
I can't wait.
but I figured it won't hurt. I do want to kind of hop back into our Grand Theft Auto 5 server just
Me
to
too.
fuck around, but yeah,
Acid
that's
said
a work
he
in
was.
progress.
Yeah, I
he
was
worked
talking to
on
Acid about it.
yesterday, actually.
Yeah.
He reorganized all of the Discord, redid the Discord rules. Also got in some bots to assign roles automatically, so we don't have to do applications anymore.
Right.
So it's
He
a bit
also set
easier
up a help ticket idea.
Yeah. So we have
So-
that sort of stuff.
For us in the stream and for those in our community, we'll talk to Acid first, but he's definitely a good person to pick the brain of if you have questions about how to run your Discord.
Good shit.
Yeah. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing this week. Don't know what I'm streaming, but we'll get there.
Heck yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah.
I can't wait, Mark.
Did you say where they could find you at?
But you can find me on Twitch at MarkDude701. You can find me at YouTube at mark.exe.
Nice. What's your Twitter?
Twitter is Mark_exe.
Ooh,
Nice.
can't
What
put that
about
dot there.
you, Nathaniel?
Well,
Oh, Zuko
This-
Thaniel.
this
Okay.
this week, I pretty much have no idea. I plan on streaming more everything. I finally found out where the audio clips came from. So I'm excited. I'm probably gonna be listening to a lot of those, to be honest, because It's this guy. If anyone knows who Alan Watts is, I like fell into listening to a bunch of Alan Watts before the podcast actually as well.
Like the old school
Like Alan
motivational speaker
Watts.
guy
He's kind of a motivational.
talks about like manifestation of reality and
Yeah.
yeah. I've been
Money
watching a lot of that different stuff. I'll tell you what. Look up a book called and you can find the free audiobook on almost every single platform because it's in public domain. It's called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen.
Okay.
He's in 1800s. He wrote his the majority of his content came out in the 1800s, but it's kind of like the base for what a lot of these people, a lot of this new age thought realm concept people pull from. Amazing stuff. And ironically, him and I have the same birthday.
Nice.
James Allen, one of my favorite like laws of manifestation, just the thought realm reality, collapse of the wave function, like all of these things told from an 1800s perspective.
That is pretty cool.
That's interesting.
Incredible, bro. Incredible stuff, especially if you even have even the slightest inkling of, I don't know how you guys were raised, but I was raised in a pretty religious circle, you know.
Semi-religious, yeah.
Right, so he kind of explains that law of manifestation and that a lot of that stuff as the science of how God does things, and he puts such a really nice, grounded like spin on it, especially if you were raised with that type of mentality. Highly recommend. And again, it's free on most audio book platforms, and then even YouTube. You can just Google As a Man
I'll
Thinketh.
definitely check it out.
James
Because,
Allen, phenomenal stuff.
Personally, I was raised in like just area. Like they never like pushed except one family member, which I will not name. But like the one I listened to before, and like I'm not a religious person by any means. I am a atheist personally, but like they talk a lot about like Buddhism and Taoism is one of my favorite. The actual concept of it. I looked into it for a while. I was thinking about like maybe transitioning into that because like it's really interesting. But I'm not transitioning per se, but like just more research and like trying to like live by a couple laws of it. But it's really interesting, and they talk a lot about that. The one I was listening to before that was detachment, how you can actually live a full life of like physical contact, like actual love and all that stuff, but like actually still being able to be detached and not have to like be too connected, because detachment doesn't mean like keeping everyone away. It just means not letting things affect you if something like happens, whether it be too much greatness or too much sadness. It's really interesting. But I'm gonna be doing a lot of that because that's where I found all things in one of the most acid trips of a game that I had talked about earlier. Everything. I mind you, dude, if you like Alan Watson, you like that shit, definitely gotta play everything. That game is insane.
Look into when you get a chance, look into agnostic existentialism.
Agnostic existentialism.
Agnostic is Latin for not knowing, and existentialism. The root word is exist, and ism is the study of. So it's like not knowing, but studying reality.
I know
my take on it.
I know quite a bit about agnosticism for like the base, because I have a couple of friends who consider themselves agnostic. But yeah, other than that, I'm probably going to be streaming everything again, just because realistically you didn't miss much if you do decide you want to watch the stream, anyone who's listening, because 2 hours was just a fucking tutorial.
Yeah. Be sure to post that on Twitter and stuff so I can see when you're
we'll do.
That. Like do a heads up type thing so that I know, like, hey, be aware that on this day he's going to be streaming that, because I'd be down to watch you. Yeah, I'd be down to watch you play it. I just
hell yeah,
heads up would be handy.
Yeah, if you want to, feel free. You can hop in. I'll like open up a Discord on just myself, and I'll have a call going. I'll hop in and watch while we're talking and shit. Other than that, I do plan on playing quite a bit of Call of Duty. Unfortunately, I won't be streaming that due to the fact that it's on my PlayStation. I don't have an Elgato yet, which Black Friday is coming up, so I might actually get an Elgato sooner than I think, because if everything goes on sale like things tend to, I may or may not, because last year I got a decent fucking external hard drive for fairly cheap. So we'll see how cheap and Elgato goes. Other than that, I probably want to stream something else too. I was gonna start streaming Sunset Overdrive, but then a little over a quarter into the game, and there's a lot of storyline shit that's, if you didn't see in the beginning, you're not gonna understand, and I don't want to play it over again. Just because like it's a good game to continue playing, but it's just like I'd be doing a lot of repetitive shit, and I don't like to do that. I plan on doing something. I didn't know about Stroll Poll, so I'll probably throw one of those up on Twitter, see what people want to see me play. I kind of want to get like I talked about this a couple of podcasts ago, but I really want to fucking get a D&D thing going that we can do live, like on Twitch. Like, I really would love to start doing that.
Dude, tabletop simulator, bro.
Yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
really, really want to play D&D. Like, I would love to do that because I want to play like a game that I can
got
play. I'm gonna pick it up. I want to be able to stream something that all of us can play, and maybe not even all of us, but just like a lot more than one person. Because like I like my individual streams; those are fun. But, like I want to stream as like a group too. I think that'd be cool.
Right,
Rather
with
than just, like, a
tabletop
podcast.
too. Dude, with tabletop too, you can do a lot of other games. Like you can do Cards Against Humanity, you can do
Mhm.
Monopoly, anything. You can make up your own
I
game.
really, really want to stream Uno. Like I think Uno with you guys would be a lot, just because of how awful it was on PlayStation.
Those are good times.
Okay.
You have Uno. But yeah,
Where can
I mean,
they find you?
yeah. Other than that, I'm not doing a ton, and you can find me on. It's in Twitter, Twitch.
Say that again. Say that again. You cut out.
YF Kitsune on all platforms: Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, just the whole nine.
Okay.
But yeah, that's
That's
mine.
awesome. Beautiful, beautiful.
Walker.
All right. Yeah, Walker.
Uh,
What you got going on this week, buddy?
Pretty much nothing. I played 2 games, Call of Duty and Sea of Thieves. I do.
Step up your game, man.
Yeah, I know. We had this
We love
conversation the other
watching
day.
ya.
Me and Schroeder did. I do have to get back in the streaming world. It's just as simple as hitting go live.
The record button.
Yeah, you gotta figure out what games you want to play.
I do want to start streaming Sea of Thieves. I think that would be fun. Call of Duty. That's probably swear too much. But I do want to say.
Maybe a little bit sometimes.
I do want to get a group, obviously 4 people, to beat the Fort of the Damned. Like me and Mark tried, and
I'm
it
on
is
board.
possible, but you definitely need
We
4
just needed
people.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's. And don't get me
process.
wrong. I guarantee there's people that played this game since the launch and probably have beat it by themselves. But obviously, it's. We honestly probably could figure it out. It's just way more fun and way more interesting with more people. That's all. Having 4 people on that game is
A lot easier.
it's a lot easier, and it's a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, 2 people are fun. Me and Mark, we made $20,000 yesterday or whatever it was. We didn't really do much. If we could have completed that ghost ship thing, we probably that alone was probably a ton of money. Because each ship drops loot, and there was like 6 of them. So just imagine if we could have got all of them without our ship sinking, we probably would have came away with
A lot.
50,000 probably.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, but that's all I'm doing. I tell myself I'm gonna go to the gym. Will I go to the gym? Who knows?
I'm with you on that one, bro.
I got the
time will
membership,
come, I suppose.
but you can find me Captain Geach 15. I grew up and got rid of the underscore. Now I gotta grow up even more and get rid of my number. I just gotta contact the dude who has Captain Geach on all of his stuff. There is one. There is a dude. He
Is it a dead account?
No, he uses it, but he has like 5 Twitch followers, 5 Instagram followers. So he's not popular, and his logo is a hand-drawn C in a G. That looks like a 5-year-old wrote it.
I'm bigger than you. Give me.
No, I was legit thinking about messaging him and listen, like, dude,
Give me the name.
I'll give you $10 if you give me the name. But he does, yeah, he already does have it. If you look up Captain Geach on Twitter and Twitch, his thing comes up. So, son of a bitch.
I see.
Who would have thought that would have been a name multiple people use?
Well, hey, it's from a movie, so.
That's true.
Yeah, what do you expect?
His last name could be Geach too, so you never know.
Yeah,
possible.
I listened to there was a radio show the other day with an Uncle Hoax on it.
That's
Like,
funny.
oh my god, it's Uncle Hoax! He's talking about
joking.
conspiracy theories. He's talking about Nostradamus and how the world is gonna end. It's
That's
great.
hilarious.
That's funny as fuck.
Oh,
Perfect.
Well, that's pretty much all I
Uncle
got.
Hoax doing his thing.
So thank you
Where can
everyone.
they find
for...
you?
I said
Yeah,
Captain
where-
Geach
where-
15.
Well,
Oh,
you
yeah.
didn't say like everywhere.
Oh yeah, Captain Geach
Twitch,
15 on everything.
YouTube, Facebook.
Everything.
All the social medias are now all the same. I don't advertise my Facebook, as I don't have a gaming one. You can just find me by Jeremy Walker, my name.
Well, we gotta get you on there, bro.
But yeah, that's a show.
That is.
Yeah.
So thanks for everyone for coming and hanging out. Make sure you
Cheers.
like, you follow, you love. Audio only version will be up tomorrow. You can find that at levelunlockpodcast.podbean.com. Anywhere podcasts are available.
Level Unlock Podcast.
Yes.
Good
Make
old-
sure you email us, you love us, you like us, levelunlockpodcast@gmail.com, and you go to the Twitter and you follow with some love at what, James?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
And make sure you tune in next week as the launch of the Google Stadia will be discussed, plus more. So thank you everyone for hanging out. The Level Unlockers, Lockpick Nation, Jake Pauler's Low Gang, the
Jake
Ninjas.
Paulers.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's Jake Pauler? What is that?
Jake, Paul.
Logan Paul's
is that?
brother.
Oh.
He's some fucking loser on YouTube.
Fight.
A very, very rich.
Did you watch the Logan Paul fight? You know who
I did
Logan
watch
Paul
the
is?
fight. Yeah.
It's his,
His
younger
brother.
brother.
Why do we do the Jake? Why do we? Do
I
that?
don't know.
It's a
Just being
joke.
stupid. Yeah.
It's a meme now amongst
Yeah.
the community.
Yep.
Okay.
The PewDiePiers.
What if
Thanks.
his brother asked for that?
The
Probably
bro
not.
fisters.
The bro fisters. Pewds.
The Pewds.
All
The
right.
Ninja Gang. Thank you everyone for
My
hanging
favorite.
out.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
We'll see you
Yeah,
next
yeah,
week.
yeah.
Appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
Zeus.
Yep. And from all of us at Level, or yeah, I guess that too. From all of us at Level Unlocked, as well as Splash Screen Gaming, we certainly thank you for your time. Have yourselves a great night.
Have a good night.
Have a good one.